Drink Champs.
Beats in the hood.
This is Buju Banton. Catch me live here on Drink Champs with Nori and EFN, the best.
Going on, make sure you check out the Stress Nuts. DJ Nelson, what up?
Drink Champs.
This is Buju Banton. Welcome to Drink Champs.
What it good be? Hopefully it's your boy N-O-R-E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And it's Military Crazy World Podcast. Make some noise! And when I tell you we started this show, we wanted to, pay love and pay homage to legends and icons, people that came before us and people that's holding it down. This man right here, I want to say this out front, and I want people to try to challenge me. This man might be the greatest performer on earth. Notice I didn't say greatest reggae performer or dancehall performer or Jamaican performer. I said one of the greatest performer on earth. No man wants to go on stage after him. We researched his music, and when I tell you, Rasta, the man, them right there, since we've been doing this for 8 years, we'll waste one day on someone's music and go research it. Me and Rasta, man, listened to this man for 5 days straight. We couldn't stop listening. We couldn't stop because the man, like when I listen to that phrase, the man them, he's the man them. I know that people call him the king. He doesn't like being called the king because he's a humble servant. But I tell you like this, from the people, you are a king to us. You just sold out New York City, 36,000. 2 shows. First reggae artist to ever do that by himself. He also, in 1 year, sold more singles than Bob Marley. He is a legend, an icon of an icon. In case you don't know who we talking about the one and only Buju motherfucking Banton! Yo,
Respect.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Enough respect.
I was so honored, you know what I mean, when they said that, Buju is coming here, because our show is about giving people flowers when they're alive, giving people their praises, and you are somebody that, you deserve this, man. Like, you deserve, what you're doing and continue to inspire. But let's talk about when you first came home from jail, right? It was a moment in the airport, right, where the people rushed you, right? And I can tell you're a man of the people, but you also was a man of privacy. I can tell.
Yeah. That was a very, very, very painful, traumatic, but surreal moment, Right. Touching the soil of Jamaica after so many tribulation. And seeing the masses crowding at the airports. You don't want anyone to feel like you don't appreciate their effort in giving you a warm welcome home.
Right.
But you still wanted a mad to come of this process.
Right.
All that was happening.
Right.
A lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
And you came home diesel too.
Well, I'm under workout. Yes. I work out 3 times a day.
Wow.
In those days. I'm on around a school, I'm on around the yard, and I'm on around the chapel. So I have a fit.
A lot of jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a difference, right? Let me ask you, this is a question I've been wanting to ask somebody for years. I'm gonna call myself it, as a Yankee.
Yeah.
Right? What is the difference between dancehall and reggae?
Dancehall is where the younger people express themselves. We get more sexualized. We get more slangy. Reggae music is where we speak to the soul. Reggae music is what our ancestors and our forefathers left with us to keep us close to the connection to God, because this music wasn't given to us by man. This music was a divine music sent to an island of 144 square miles with a population at that time of nearly 1.45 million people. But their struggles and their tenacity to withstand these struggles was so much so that the Father himself saw it fitting for them to be blessed with a music of their own, to express their ideas and ideology and their pain and their praises. And so reggae music was born by the great stalwarts. First we had Count Machuke, and then we have King Stitch, Big U, the U-Roy, the I-Roy, we have the Bob Marley, we have the Peter Tosh, we have the Burning Spears, and we have countless other groups, the Scatterlights, the Heptones, the Techniques. We had many great stalwarts who came along, who understood the assignment. You understand? And that's why reggae music is here now, because they understood the assignment. Now, we came along as a later generation of musicians who knew that our predecessors understood the assignment and we needed to understand the assignment. So I see myself as the last of the Mohicans in the reggae music sphere, who come with that old school knowledge, who knows that this music must feed my people, educate them, uplift them, eradicate negativity from their minds, and allow them to whine at the same time. It's a great balance.
So let me just tell you, I live by a bunch of white neighbors.
Wow.
Bunch of white people. And it's two things I like to do. I like to bump reggae music around them. They don't complain. For some reason, you can bump reggae music at the highest level.
And it's okay.
It's only two music you can do that with. It's reggae and salsa. That's it. It's like they won't. But it's I see the difference. Like, and I'm bouncing all over the place. Like, when you first entered the game and then you became Rasta, and it seems like the music became more conscious. Was that like?
I wouldn't say I became.
Okay.
I would say I show you who I was supposed to be.
It was always
You can't became.
Okay.
You can't become something you aren't, because you're gonna go back to what you was. However, who we're supposed to be is what we're supposed to be, and we can't change that. However, we enter the door is just a precursor to get our foot into the door. Because I see myself as a servant, No? One day, my mom said to me, I think you need to go live with your father. And after living with my father for 6 months, my stepmom, out of the blue, decided, my school time was 12 o'clock. And I think it was 10:30, 11 o'clock, she decided she wants to send me to the shop. I didn't know why. But anyway, I took the bag and I took the money and I went through the door and I was walking to the shop. And there was a mango tree on the car park. And from afar, I spot this mango. It was so red. I kept looking at it. And the spirit came to me and said, climb this tree, sit in it, eat this mango. Don't come out until you're finished. I put the bag in my pocket and I climbed the tree. And I ate the mango. When I dropped the seed on the ground, a car pulled up onto the mango tree. And the door opened and a voice said, Juvenile, you know Clement Irie? And I looked down. I said, Bumba Clad. Yeah, I know Clement Irie. Shh, I slide out of the tree. It wasn't 3 days later till I realized how much bruise I am on my legs. This was Shabaranks calling me out of a tree to go and call Clement Irie. So I run to Clement Irie and I said, Shabaranks out there to you. Those days they called me Buck, because I was a, troublemaker, so to speak. He said, Buck, bring him round from the back car park. So I run, go back to the top car park and say, Shabaranks. I'm saying, you must drive, go around there, so where you see a big water tank, you turn right. I'm going to meet you around there. So I sat there and watched these two entertainers, megastar Shabaranks, Clement Irie. talking, you know. And they're getting ready to go to this fete. And they said to me, Clement Harris said to me, Buck, later. And Shabarang said, no, bring the soldier. So I sat in a car now with the driver, Shabarang's up front, Clement Harris there, and I was over here. But before I went into the car, he pulled a bottle of honey and he walked over to me and he said, hold this. And I was holding the cork. And he poured the honey into the cork. And he put his finger into it and put it around his joint and started smoking. I said to him, why you do that? He said, to keep the vibe smooth.
Yo, holy shit. Yo,
But I knew right there and then it was a spiritual thing. Because my love for dancehall and for Shabarang supersede so much things. Because back in the days, we had a sound system called Roadstar. And Roadstar used to play in our community. And when they play Shabarangs, it's crazy.
Right.
Because, you know, when I was growing up, there were a few entertainers who were worthy of my time. One was Major Worries. To me, Major Worries was a teacher of all of us. He was so advanced in his disposition and his lyrical delivery. And so, ironically, Little Twitch was a protege of Major Worries. Admiral Bailey was a protege of Major Worries. Shabba Ranks was a protege of Major Worries. And I became a protege of Major Worries through listening to Major Worries as a real rude boy. Because in Jamaica, in order to do this music, you have to be firm.
Got to be about that life, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about anything else, but you have to live your experience. And when people see, you know, that your experience is not far-fetched. You didn't create this thing to gain support, but you are really, this is you.
Right.
So we had those real brethren, Tayan, Rankin Tayan, you know, you name them. So these are men who, they didn't just have these names.
Right.
Louis Lepke, you know what I mean? So we are real rude boys in the thing because our experience was basically police brutality, gang warfare, you know what I mean? People trying to kill you, trying to defend yourself against that. People trying to hustle, people trying to make it. So we deal with struggles with life, surround that struggle of life to make it into somebody. So when the ranking call life from the tree, that was a turning point in my life to show her that I am truly a servant who come to serve the masses.
Right.
And even to this day, when we see each other, I will always remind him of that moment of you calling this little boy out of a mango tree.
Shaba.
Yes.
Yes.
And he never forgot.
He never forgot.
No.
Oh.
Shout out to the mango too.
Shout out to the mango.
Every time. Banton.
So is it true that you had an album release party at SOBs and the man them come knock on the door?
The man them always come fuck with I, man. But
and it was Biggie Smalls?
yeah, man. So I, man, sit down in a limousine. I wait for going to SOBs. And a virgin come knock on my limousine door in a Gucci sweater. When I went to the window, I said, what's up, brother? Him say, hey, man, my name is Biggie Smalls. Can I come inside? I said, man, Biggie Smalls, you could have come in all day. And we brought him inside. Those days I was rolling with Lisa Cortez from Polygram.
Right.
Mercury.
And he was already Biggie Smalls? He was already?
No, he was on the up and coming.
Up and coming, okay.
He had the song Supercat yet?
No.
Not even.
I didn't know that song. I didn't know any song of his, but I just, you know, I'm a nice person when it comes to musician because someone inspired me, so I must inspire someone else. So I wasn't going to be the person going to say no, because I'm not this asshole, you know what I mean? So this, I didn't know who he was. It wasn't until when Lisa Cortez came to SOB, she said, oh, you met Biggie Smalls? I said, oh yeah, I just brought him inside and we just chill and have a good time. Never seen him again from that.
Yeah. Like, goddamn.
The world is like that.
Yeah. At least you got to see him and got to see him humble because, I mean, you're a legend, man. Like, and you know he's Jamaican, so he was probably.
Yeah, well, you know, when Biggie came to Jamaica, he came in a wheelchair.
Oh wow, that's right. He had an accident.
And it's the most gunshot he has ever heard in his life.
I say that all the time. I'm gonna say that guy. Because when he was performing, they was looking shots.
Well, the only person who get more respect than Biggie Small in Jamaica, two persons. We love a DMX.
DMX, okay.
And the last person
Rest
who
in
went
peace.
all out far in Jamaica, all island, all out, was 50 Cent, you know. Many
50 Cent.
men.
Okay.
The Don himself sent 50 Cent on the stage, and Zeke's, yeah, sent him and tell him, go on the stage now, we're ready for Many Men, you know.
Right.
He went up there and sing it, and it was all out, you know.
Was Busta Rhymes your first rap feature?
Yeah, because Busta Rhymes used to hang out with Loose Cannon and them, and they put us together to do a song together, and we used to drive, go over his mother basement.
Long Island. In Long Island. Yeah.
So this is where we do Wicked Act.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Busta really youth.
Yeah.
The Busta I know, a real youth, real bad man.
Yeah. And I heard that y'all kept going back in the sessions. Like,
Yeah, because we have to get it right.
right.
Yes, we have to get it right.
Yo.
Sound like a session with Busta.
Yes. We're in the basement, in his mom's basement in Long Island.
Yeah,
and then
man.
you were staying in the
Hold it
city.
down. So we drive from Manhattan.
From Manhattan.
I was staying at West 49th and Broadway. So we used to drive all the way over to Long Island, and no matter what, got to take me back to the hood.
Okay. So let me ask you, because I've been watching and watching and watching. You said something that was very interesting. You said Afro beats gives props back to reggae, to dancehall.
Do they?
I thought I heard you
so.
say that.
I don't think they do. No, I never said that. I said they
Oh, I
don't
thought-
give fucking props back to dancehall and reggae.
Oh, my bad. I heard it wrong.
Now you really dyslexic.
Yeah. My bad. I thought I heard it the other way around. But then I heard you say, because I heard you say Afrobeats. I thought I heard you say that. The Afrobeats, like, pay
The
homage.
greatest musician out of Africa was Fela Kuti.
Yeah.
Fela Kuti. Lucky Dube from South Africa. We had Salif Keita. We have Youssou N'Dour. We have Baba Mal. Now, no one wanted to go beyond the pale of what those brothers was doing. I went to Africa in 1991 and I spent like 3 weeks constantly at the universities
In Kenya?
under baobab trees.
In Kenya, that's
educating people from Ghana, all over the continent about reggae music and dancehall. But I was happy when they came to their senses to realize that music is the bridge that's going to connect us. But what I was disappointed in, they didn't try to connect with Jamaica, the roots. They connect with everyone else except us.
And you talking about Afrobeats?
Yes.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
So they connected with everyone else except us. But when we look at what they're doing, their music is not free in Africa. It's fuckery.
I didn't know what to
The music
say.
need to free Africa. If I am all the way in Jamaica and my country and my people fight for free your continent with word, sound and power, and you have the ability now and all you're singing is fuckery, you don't sing a song to free Africa all now. We'll need them bringing this to the forefront of your mind, but we desire more from them. You want the money? Go get it. But what's going to be said about you later on and your posterity? You didn't make any impact. So reggae music still stands predominant. It is still the king's music.
Yes. I can honestly say I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Not the way you set it up. You set it wrong to start
because
with.
I might have heard it wrong. But then I also heard you say, and this is something that I've really listened to you.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, yes, please. I'm in.
Tell me one Afrobeat song that can uplift us. Uplift us, take us from... Kenya is suffering. People of the young men of Kenya are revolting. South Africa is on Sudan, South Sudan, you name it. But which one of these songs can I relate to for a peace of mind to tell me that I'm in the struggle and we are gonna be better in the struggle, and even though the struggle is hard, we're gonna overcome? Tell me.
You know what?
So-
I don't think I can.
Reggae music,
Right.
listen, a lot of culture vultures out there. We have sat and we have watched reggaeton take it reggae
See, I was
music.
going there. Hold on. I was going there. Let's finish with Afrobeats and then let's
They
go to
fuck with our
reggaeton.
music so hard and stolen our culture. I'm not knocking nobody, but
Right.
you don't give us no respect, motherfuckers.
Right.
And you still expect us
Right.
to kowtow and act like we take something from you? This is the king's music. Your music shall come and it shall go, because it has nothing to do with soul. It has nothing to do with building energy. Our music is time marker. You can remember when you went on your first date, when you had your first sex, when you marry your wife, when you go to the first dance. It's time marker, because it's the king's music.
Yes.
You can remember when you're happy. You can remember when you're sad.
Yes.
You can remember all the things, because there's a music to mark that time period.
Right.
But everyone wants to take from reggae. You want to ostracize us. underpay us.
Let's just stick on Afrobeats for a second. That is direct from reggae, though, right?
No.
Really?
Afrobeat is from Africa, but the influence, you know what I mean? But and I'm sure that the Afrobeat artists would say to you, oh, Afrobeat has nothing to do with Jamaica. And we'll say to them, our music has everything to do with Africa.
Right.
We don't dichotomize, we don't separate ourselves from Africa, no point, no time, no day. Because the drum in our music is what speaks to our soul. I think the drum in your music speaks to your soul. But what are you saying? It's important for you it's easy for you to have anybody to listen to you.
Right.
Just don't get that wrong.
Right.
But what do you have to say to them? There's the hard part.
I was thinking about Joanna. I was like, that's not uplifting. I was like, maybe I should close my mouth. Yeah.
It's easy for you to have the masses to listen to you, but what will you say to them? You know, we gone from people singing about the freedom that they desire, people singing about the hope of their nation rising to the apex, a hope of their people and the young man them realizing that this is a great nation and they need to take the bull by the horn, to someone so people want to plunge us back 45 years, 55 years to where it was peons. Now, if you look in sub-Saharan Africa, we see Africa rising up. The brain of Africa has become awakened from Niger, go right through. So we cannot continue in the trajectory like we don't know who we are.
Right.
And our music cannot continue to be uninspiring.
Right.
Simple.
Right. I mean, they say that all music comes from Africa.
Yes.
Yeah. But then, so you think that
reggae music come from Africa.
Yeah.
The drum is just that we get a different way of speaking, and our idioms and the way our cadence come across is much different.
Right.
Because we're able to bend words and we don't deal with English, we deal with Outlish. Yeah, because English you speak in, I speak out.
But that's the beauty about listening to your music is
I'm sorry.
It's not just you could dance to, like, you actually schooling people. Like, what's the name of the record that reminds me of the Nas record? And when you talking about guns, damn, hold on, I got it written down.
Yeah.
So you ever heard the record that Nas had called "I Gave You Power"?
Yeah.
Where he's talking about a gun? Mm-hmm. Was that record inspired by that?
Mr. Nine, I grew up in a culture where those with a gun think they have the power.
Gunman.
No, it can be police, it can be soldiers. Those generally with the gun think they're so powerful.
Right.
And they don't realize that what they have done is show the younger generation a typecast or a kind of mindset that if you don't have a gun, you're not powerful. They have subconsciously broadcast this, that if you don't have a gun, you're not powerful. Right. But that song was aimed at telling you that whether you have a 9 to an M16, it doesn't matter what you have, it doesn't matter. You're not living right, because a gun cannot hurt anybody. It's the individual and the mindset that perpetrate the act and commit the end result, right? You put a fucking drink right here, it's harmless, but the person consume it, then it becomes a dotard. Same thing with a gun. I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's deep, yo.
You think guns don't kill people? People do.
Yeah,
absolutely. You know what, Buju Banton? That's actually one of my songs too. So the premise exists, yeah? Guns don't kill people, people kill people. Mr. Nine said to Mr. 45, so it's like the guns are talking to themselves. These people not living right. You know? So it was an attempt to...
That's why I asked you, because it reminds me of the Nas song where Nas is actually talking to a gun, and he makes it so that it's no correlation.
I've never heard Nas song before.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. This is crazy. This is great. Yo, so we spoke about some of it earlier where we said when you came home, the airport incident where people were, were rushing you and you kind of like needed your time. But then this concert comes right after this. I read the reviews. They said that this might have been one of the greatest concerts on earth.
I think Jamaica. I'm satisfied with Jamaica. I've seen larger concerts, but it's a monumental occasion for Iman.
Right.
Still being humble and still, giving appreciation for the love of God.
Right.
I grew up in a simple home where the love of God was always there, My enemies try to destroy me because you don't know who I am, but trust me, they know. And they dwell on a thing called credibility. And if you destroy the credibility, it's easier for you to destroy the man. Any man.
Right.
Right.
Once you destroy any man's credibility, it's always easier for you to go at them. But my father, he stood in the breach and showed them that this is my servant.
All right.
And he's here to serve me, not you. So yes, they thought they put me away. But what they did was raise me up. Because you have to realize what man plan to hurt you with, your father plan to help you with. Okay? We're living in a world, we know that this world, especially the United States of America, is his domain.
Right.
We do not come to contest him. But we come to walk like Job. And we do not get our robe style.
And walk like a champion.
Even more champion than Job.
Okay, cool.
Because music has been used against the people now as a weapon. I was here in the early 1990s when I was a young man.
You had no dreads.
And I saw the trajectory and I saw what they were trying to do, and they have accomplished it. They've accomplished killing the KRS-One. They've accomplished killing everything positive that comes through the music.
Wow.
And it went down a spiral of where it would become debauchery and everything nefarious. And every so often the people would gain their consciousness and they hit them with someone or something else.
Right.
And they would drive the message home so hard that they have no escape. We are fortunate enough to be on an island where we can extricate ourselves from these circumstances, yet cultivate an identity of our own and a spiritual awareness of our own and a firmness to take us through this struggle. We do not aim to convert people because we're not a cult. Yes? We aim to open the eyes of the ones who are here in the earth so they can partake of the goodness of God. Not of the goodness of the devil, because it only lasts for a minute. But the goodness of God is everlasting. Now, you might say, well, what is reggae music? Or how does reggae music play a part in this? And I would say to you, music is here to teach us one lesson. If music is the only thing that shall never die, ask yourself, why do you get tired of some music in 2 months? Something is wrong.
Ooh. Ooh. That's
Be timeless.
It should be timeless, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Good. It's not anymore. So what's happening?
It's disposable.
Disposable music, yes.
Music is never disposable. The artists are disposable.
Ooh. Holy shit.
See, our profession was divinely given to us. It is written in the basic instruction before leaving earth that you all call the Bible, that a singer and a player of instruments shall go before the Lord's coming. So what shall we go and do? We shall proclaim his coming forward. We shall bring the people together. You know what I'm saying? But if we're not doing that, then we shall be thrown into the fire heap. Yeah? So all my Muslim brothers, they know this. All my Orthodox brothers, they know this. My Christian brothers who are standing up, they know this. This battle is not against flesh and blood. It's not against none of you guys. It's a spiritual wickedness and principalities and darkness in high and low places. You know what I mean? So you can continue or you can head towards the light. Your choice. You all do.
Louise, Robert Cheese. Hold up. Let's talk. Wait, did your mother give you the nickname Buju?
Achua. Achu Dreddy. Yes, I.
Yeah. How did this happen? How did this happen?
I wasn't there. I was a baby.
Oh, they just start calling you Buju.
I wasn't aware.
Okay.
I was a baby.
Yeah, okay,
I was there, but I wasn't aware.
Okay.
You know, but I grew up here and I'm calling him man Buju, you know. Now, Buju is a Maroon word.
A maroon.
Maroon. No, Maroon are some of the indigenous warriors on my island. We fought the British relentlessly.
Those are the Moors?
Maroons are from, we're called Blackamoors, but my generation originated from Nigeria. I'm an Igbo man according to my bloodline.
Right.
And we fought the British relentlessly. We fought King Charles for 40 years, and according to the British treaty, anybody sustain a war over 80 years automatically win them sovereignty. So we fought him for 40 years and called a ceasefire, and when he bought into it, we fought him for 40 years after that.
Right.
So we tricked them into fighting for 80 years without cessation, and we won our sovereignty from the British.
Wow.
Yeah, and we ruled from the cockpit country. down to the Clarendon. But now our indigenous life and our indigenous way of life and our lands are being threatened by the current government administration of Jamaica, who seek to bring Chinese and other nationalities into the cockpit region, which is an indigenous sacred region, to usurp us, the Maroons, as the warriors. So
It's crazy that's happening right now.
yes, well, it's the indigenous people all across the world around that threat,
Yeah.
you know. Where I'm from Peru, because the multinational seeks.
People who don't have phones, they don't have
They have, but the multinational seek the resources of the land. Like in the cockpit country of Jamaica, we're rich in bauxite.
Right.
Now, there's certain companies like Naran and certain Russian companies who have been taking this bauxite for over 70 years, and they will destroy your school. Just to take the backside under the school. But there's no payment given to the community, nor the chief, nor the council of the indigenous community. It's done through the government structure where these people are just totally
Backhand
alienated.
deals.
And their land is being pilfered.
Right.
Like, you know, it's crazy. So it's a new generation of young men rising up.
What's the two political parties in Jamaica?
I don't give a fuck about political parties.
That should be one of the political parties.
you know, because you see, it's two sides of the same kind.
Yeah, absolutely.
We hope for change and we hope say, but you have to understand that a country is basically a corporation which an elected official as a CEO.
Yep.
A lot of people think a prime minister run a country, but you have to understand that these motherfuckers are CEO of the company called the country.
It's the board.
And them are board members, so they have to answer.
Right.
Sometimes these board members are so powerful that these assholes shit in their pants when they get a phone call from these motherfuckers. You can't tell me that in the Caribbean, we cannot improve our standard of living for our people. And as a disaster, I'm gonna run going out begging left, right, and center. And these are the same motherfuckers who have came into politics with $3,000 in their bank account US and leaving politics with 600,000 million.
Yeah.
So where this millions come from? But the Caribbean people are so passive. I think they put something in our water over the years. We're not fighting anymore. We're accepting. We're not standing up anymore. We're laying down. And these motherfuckers we call our politicians, the real criminals and the real crooks, they're having a blast. Because there's no check and balance. Check and balance don't come from your cronies. Check and balance come from people who feel the pain.
Right.
And that's why you see what, like even in Kenya, they were taken aback. They didn't know that the young men and the young women of Kenya had their ducks so much in a row that they could tell each politician what they owned and where they live and where the investments were. That shook them. So we realize that, you know, in the region, we have to do better as the leaders. We need to stop elect people based on their skin color and them being charming. It should be on your mandate. And we have to hold your feet to the fire to accomplish what you promised. Simple.
And coming from the islands that historically were the ones fighting.
Listen, the islands fought. Listen, the first island that fought to free us was Haiti.
Haiti.
And where's Haiti today?
Exactly.
Even most Caribbean countries who look at Haiti in disgust because they don't see themselves as standing with them brother, the first nation to fight for free us. And you ask yourself, why is Haiti suffering so much? And why are my Haitian brothers under so much pressure? You know why? Because they stand up against the giant who they should have bowed to, and they refuse.
Right.
And everyone wants them to bow. Haiti, do not bow. Keep standing up. We stand with you.
Yep.
So what?
Let's talk about Penthouse Records for a second.
What you want to talk about it?
How'd you get down with Penthouse Records?
Hey man. Well, Penthouse Records is a store where I used to live Chancery Lane, downtown Kingston. Oh my ganja there. Everybody has smoke except
Yeah.
Come on, give me a blood clot timer.
You can smoke. Okay, you can smoke.
Like a roll of joint.
That's the first time out we got on Drink Champs.
As many of y'all know, Drink Champs wants to give flowers while people are here to receive them. Giving flowers and celebrating our legends while they can still smell us. We have partnered with What the Flower to create this movement where everyone can give flowers to the legends in their lives. You can now order a custom flower box for the someone you want to show appreciation to by visiting www.wtflower.com and place your orders now.
That's hard as fuck.
What were we talking about? What was
Penthouse.
Penthouse Records, yes.
Roll again.
Yes.
So, you want to hear about Penthouse?
Yes.
So, in 1986, August the 17th, I went to Blue Mountain Records, right? I was in a taxi with Henry. Henry was a taxi driver with Clement Ire. Clement Ire was my protege. It's like, in those days, I used to DJ on sound systems, yeah? Mm-hmm. And I used to jump on the sound system truck like Friday, and I wouldn't come back home until Sunday.
Why?
Yeah, I would DJ Friday night, Saturday night, and I'd come back home Sunday or Monday morning, yeah?
All right.
I used to work on a sound system called Rambo International, and then I started working on Sweet Love. Mm-hmm. Now, Sweet Love sound system was owned by Flower Gun, a very popular DJ. Mm-hmm. We run things don't run with. Anything we do, it after Red Dragon. Flower Gun's brother was Red Dragon.
Right.
So Red Dragon sing, Duck, every person you feel wine and come up, Duck, every person you, all never. So Red Dragon, to me, was the baddest motherfucker as a DJ. So what my role was to warm the dance up.
You rolled that shit mad quick. I ain't gonna lie.
You know, like,
He said like this.
He did one thing.
That shit was magic.
so,
By the way, let me tell you something. The whole time I was like, I gotta watch how he rolled a spliff today. I gotta watch. So I've been waiting for this whole moment. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
my role was to warm the dance up. I used to, as a young entertainer, I used to be with an entertainer called Terry Ganzi. So it used to be Buju Banton, Terry Ganzi, Daddy Lizard, Clement Ire, Flower Gun, Red Dragon, Sanchez, Red Rose, you know, and, you know. So one day, the rain was falling, and Clement Ire said, give me back your lighter.
Yeah, no problem.
He's going to Blue Mountain Records, and he wants me to come. Now, the guy at Blue Mountain Records was a true revolutionary. His name is Omar Harris. He was very instrumental in the Brixton riots. Revolutionary, and I loved him. So
Brixton in London?
yeah.
Okay.
But I used to go to school, right? So every time I leave school, or before I go to school, I go by the studio. I used to, in my car key and my bag used to be in front of me, but this guy would call me, come here, let me see your book. And take my book bag and go through my book bag and shit. I'm like, fuck this guy up.
He was shaking you down?
But he liked my style.
Right.
I didn't know that. Anyway. One day I went there and the rain was falling. And Clement Ire was in the studio and he was saying he was going to Penthouse Records. And Omar Harris looked at Clement Ire and said, take Buju with you so we can have an experience of what a studio looked like. I was 16 years old. I didn't see what a studio looked like yet, but I was DJing in the dancehall on the microphone, and you would never tell. So they took me to the studio, and when they went to the studio, you know, I saw all these guys inside with big fucking chains and shit. I became nervous, you know, and I said, "Hey, who's that?" I said, "That's Little Lenny." Then those days, Little Lenny had the biggest song in Jamaica called "Gun in a Baggie." She have the gun in a baggie, giggy. I said, fuck, that's Little Lenny right there. And who's that one over there? I said, that's Little Kirk. Whoa, that's Little Kirk. Whoa.
Oh, before Little Wayne, you had Little Lenny and Little Kirk. Okay.
Little Wayne wasn't born then.
Yeah.
He was still little.
But Lil was born already.
Come on the yard. Go ahead.
Anyway, Clement Ire said to Robert French. Robert French was a big singer in Jamaica. And he invited Clement Ire to the studio. Clement Ire said to Robert French, this is a DJ named Buju. I want you to hear him. And they laughed at my name. I can remember Tony Kelly was the engineer. And they said to me, oh, this guy finished recording. They said, Clement said, you want to hear what he sounds like? And Robert French said, yes. So Tony Kelly said to me, go around there. You put the headphones on, and when you see that red light come on, that's your cue. And I went around there, I put the headphones on, and they turned on this red light, and that was my cue. And I closed my eyes, immersed myself, deliver one of the best lyrics I know I had stored in my cranium. When I opened my eyes, the whole studio was in fucking, it was like, I'm like, they like it.
It was a cappella or was it over a beat?
Over a fucking beat. That was my first song I ever did. One take. I sang for 3 minutes, 45 seconds straight. No stop. But in those days also, we had dub plates.
Right.
And dub plates were live. So you go to the studio and the record will be cutting right while you're singing it. So you can't make no mistake.
Right.
So if the dub plate is 3 minutes, you gotta be singing for 3 minutes with no mistake, or else you don't get paid. So with that mindset, I was able to go inside the studio and do that song. And it's called The Ruler. It was my very first song. It was released in Toronto on All Stars.
Right.
Yeah, so that was my first exposure to Penthouse. Now, trying to get back to Penthouse was difficult. So I would leave school every day and I would go by 56 Slipen Road. No, I would go by Techniques Record downtown Kingston because my school was downtown and we are Spanglers, so we'll go up on the avenue, in our area there. And I would go to Techniques and Mr. Winston Riley had 2 sons, Kurt Riley, Donahue, and a couple of friends like Mitch, Ainsworth. We're young men, you know. And one day I was there and I met this guy called Cableton.
Wow.
I was leaning up on the Salvation Army wall and I see this guy coming away into the record shop and he came out and he stand up beside me and I look upon him and I pre him up and I say, where you come from? You know what I mean? I tell him where him come from and we just start rolling thing. Anyway, I said him say, yes, but should up with me and Penthouse, I go check it out. In those days we don't pay bus fare, you know, we just jump on the bus and beat the bus up. Yeah. You can't charge me, I worked. So went to Penthouse and this guy would not let us in. This guy, the gate man. Anyway, you know, we keep going back and it was a tussle. But then I recorded a song done by from Mr. Winston Riley, who owned Techniques Records through the downtown, called Stamina Daddy. And this song take off in Portmore, which is a different province. And there was this engineer who worked at Penthouse by the name of Stumpy, who knew about this song and what it was doing in that part of the island.
Right.
And he heard how I was at the gate. And he told him to let me in. But Donovan Germain wasn't there. And they weren't really having it because the gate man who was there, I used to spar with some junglers. I want him Junior Vibe. I lick down the gate man because he wouldn't let her in. So I lick him down with a big stone.
Oh God, I wasn't ready.
So when the boss here say I lick down him gate man, they don't have nothing to do with that. Anyway, Stumpy play my cars and I go inside there and I sing a song for them man for dead. Make them know we not see no lead. Gunshot for bust up in an informer head. And I sing the next song for them named Jackie and Jason, the Gamp and Price, big up on yourself. Yeah? So, they gave her a year. And then Dave Kelly liked my writing style. And he started picking me up in the ghetto. Come in the ghetto, come pick her up.
So now they're bringing you to the studio.
Yeah, and then we know when I start come in the ghetto, come pick her up and take her to various dances and various barbecues and various concerts that they offer so I could hone my skills, you know? So that was my first introduction to Penthouse. I still never meet Donovan Germain until about 6, 7 to 8 months later when he come and he hear my music. And the first thing he said was, this cannot be put out on his label because it was too rough. So we asked him for a label and he gave us a label called Rude Boy Kelly. And that was it.
And that was under Penthouse?
Subsidiary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You ever did business with, what is it, VP Records?
VP.
No, VP Records is a stalwart in the Jamaican community because they are able not only to understand the music, but to market it to a demographics that need it and make it reach the masses. Now, they've been here for quite some time and they've been doing tremendous work. We had VP, we had Superpower, we have Shelly.
Right. VP was Chinese people though, right?
Yeah, we had VP, we had Superpower, and we had Shelly.
Okay.
Those are stalwart distributors.
Okay.
From the, you know, who made the music a prominent staple in the United States of America with Clinton Lindsay and various other David Levy's and various other individuals who were able to use their platform to move this marginalized music forward.
Right.
Yes.
Is that the ultimate goal when you are a reggae artist coming from Jamaica? Is to not only have a hit record in Jamaica, but to
What is the ultimate goal? Is it to get to England?
Or the ultimate market?
Yeah, is it
Ultimate goals differ.
Okay.
Everyone ultimate goal different.
Okay.
If you want to know what is my ultimate goal, I can't tell you what's the next guy ultimate goal.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you, say, my ultimate goal is to have this music here loved even by my ancestors who have passed and gone, to be in the grave and turn and smile and say, yes, there is someone out there carrying on the message. No matter, you can sing a bunch of folkry, but sing something positive for the people.
Right.
At least once.
Right.
Make the angels smile, because this is godly music, you know.
Right. Got that.
You know, I go through some tribulation, and it's just reggae music. Could I identify with it? I ever play some hardcore music where I go relate to my situation at the present moment and uplift me and give me clarity.
Right.
Something that speaks to my soul. Now, everyone different. Someone will find it in soundscape with no voice, but just music and raindrops and
Right.
you know what I mean? But I take solace in reggae.
Okay.
And a lot of people do. You know, it has not been at the same forefront, because you must admit the fact that we are trying to, you know what I mean, assimilate with what is hip-hop. And the new generation is somehow leaning towards that. You know what I mean? And we can't knock them, because it's what they're exposed to.
The current generation?
Yeah, it's what they're exposed to, and you have to understand, so each generation see things different.
Right.
We have to just hope that in time, at least one or two of them will come around to the reality that you're assimilating, you're not originating and creating and keeping your original consistency abundant. Because if someone wants to invest in our culture and you're going to spend your money with a rap artist and you say you want something different, why would I send to Jamaica to get someone to rap on my track? I want someone to spit on my track from Jamaica, not rap on my shit. I can send to Memphis, anywhere, Los Angeles, and someone to rap on my shit. But I send my shit to Jamaica for someone for a difference. Because I want that hardcore feeling, you know what I mean?
Right. I love this guy, man.
So, hold on. In those, so I don't know if you remember being a part of this compilation.
I lie. How about that?
So you're on this compilation. I got this when I was in high school.
Let me see it.
Here.
How about this?
And it was introducing dancehall artists over hip-hop beats.
Mattress. Yeah, why everything we're going to foreign at the yard to get the DM? And so?
That's the only one you got on there, yeah.
I have one named Boom Wadis, Boom Banton, that. Them a fight. I mean, what I want, man, Red Fox, Nah the Ranks.
The tape is crazy.
Captain Remo, blouse and skirt, Remo there. These were the days when, you know, I used to perform in Biltmore Ballroom. I used to come to America when I have a concert like 2, 3, 4 weeks before and perform with a band called A-Team with Nasty, the greatest drummer from New York City.
Oh my God.
And you were obviously hearing early hip hop at that time.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of hip hop and what you thought, how you would collaborate with it?
When I was 14 years old, I get my friend upstairs his mom bought him a boombox. And we got exposed to hip hop. We were listening to Slick Rick, Doggy Fresh, the show. 6 minutes, Doggy Fresh, you're on. Pam, pam, Michelle, my love. So we grew up on Slick, we grew up on Doggy, with Run DMC.
Run DMC, of course.
You know what I mean? So hip-hop has always been influential, but then when I start delving into the history of hip-hop and realize that Kool Herc, who was a DJ, was a Jamaican, used to make the fusion more palatable, I said, okay, the dynamics make sense.
Right.
You understand? So we embrace it. I don't fuck with too much rapper. I have a couple rapper friends. You know what I mean? Like Fat Joe.
Yes.
Right.
My brother.
Yeah, but I can't name no more.
Yeah. no, but I tell you this. On your release, I remember looking at social media and everyone being so happy that you came home. Like it was a universal love.
It was a painful moment.
Right.
Not only for me, but for the entire music fraternity and to all my fans. For that pain, I want to apologize to them because I never want to see them cry over me.
Right. I remember seeing footage of that concert, and I remember seeing ladies just saying, man, I just love Buju. Like, and I'm just sitting there, and then you know how they do behind the scenes thing of like the concerts and shit like that. And I just remember the
Like
cameras
backstage.
going and people just expressing their love for you. This is the first concert I'm talking about when you came home, and I was just like, damn. I wonder, did you see that?
I do get a chance to see a lot of things, but the love is reciprocal, you know.
Okay.
It's reciprocated because I love my people. I love all people, black, white, no matter. Just as long as you understand, say love is love. Love no color.
Right.
You know, we've been separated along so many lines, racial, political, gender.
Right.
We've been separated along so many lines. Everyone know where Buju Banton fuck with from where him don't fuck with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just want the people to understand, say, when I man come forward, I don't come for judge you. I come for love you, I man just come for love you, dreadlock, with this music,
Right.
You know?
Right.
I hope say, fuck up. Hope you stop the fuckery and get it right.
Let's make some noise. Yo, we want you to know our show is about giving people their flowers while they're around. We want to tell you how dope you are. We want to tell you how iconic you are. And we want to give you your flowers face to face, man to man.
Well, listen up. Next time you get some flowers, I make you plant.
So you ready?
You know that for flowers flourish, them have to grow, you know.
Yes.
But I thank you guys very much.
Yes,
So,
love,
the
man.
talk is great.
Love.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
we're gonna play a game real quick. It's called Quick Time with Slime. Now, if you want any your friends to stand in as a
It's
drinker,
a drinking game.
It's a drinking game.
Hey man, give me a buckle of water there. Bomb buckle of though.
Bottle of I'll join you with the water.
I'll take some
Yes, sir.
marijuana.
Yeah. So hold on. We're
It's the
gonna.
greatest drink.
Yes,
I'm a man make it. I got
yes, yes. I'm in.
Don't make me feel like a dick.
That's the message.
Give me a cup.
For the next 24 hours on Rastafari,
Guys,
right?
son, you can pull up over here and have a cup of drink.
So let me ask you, are you vegan or you eat fish?
I'm a fisher, yeah. I kill fish.
Okay, you kill fish.
What do I mean? I feel like I eat a whole heap of fish in a creation, right? No matter I say I have to ease off a fish because some fish here go on.
Because I want to ask you a question. This is my friend Rasta. He's vegan and he's Rasta.
Yeah, Rasta, you have a vegan, man, but I have a whole heap of work for you. You stay up on the vegan side, I go and kill the fish them for me.
Yeah,
No, we
join
catch
the pescatarian.
No, we catch it with shrimp every now and then.
Natty, cheat. Cheat openly, Natty. Cheat openly. Don't hide and cheat.
Okay.
Thank you very much, daughter, for this water.
All right.
I don't got it.
And no. You drinking for all of us.
I'm drinking
Well, I'm drinking with him, so
Oh, you
he's
drinking?
he's
He's drinking for me.
What about
Okay. So did you explain him the rules?
You're a designated driver.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You explained to him the rules?
rules?
Yeah, we're gonna
He's from
give you
Haiti.
two choices. You pick one. We don't drink. If you say both or neither of the two,
You drink?
we drink. We all
All
drink.
right. Come on, let's go.
And any stories, anything we mention, it's about just
Let's fucking
bringing
go.
anything as well.
Okay. Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas a bad man. Nas.
Nas, okay. That's fire.
Tupac or Bob Marley?
Bob, every time.
I wouldn't have asked that question.
I mean, it's on our list. I had to ask
Okay.
it.
Yellow Man or Ninja Man?
Yellow, the king.
Okay. Biggie or DMX?
Both. Jesus.
Okay, yeah, all right, cool.
You're in a tight spot right there. You know,
Cheers,
rest in
cheers.
peace to
Yes.
both.
That's a good one.
Shabba ranks or Cuddy ranks?
Shabba.
Shabba!
In there, yeah.
Karis one or Rakim?
KRS One. We can't go on KRS One and put some powerful work out there. His work speak for itself.
Beanie Man or Bounty Killer?
Me no mercy. No rule, no get me gun thirsty. I don't mean Percy. You know, I just answered. What did I say?
Bounty Killer. It's the voice. It's the voice.
Yeah, he did it too deep. So
Yeah.
Any stories though? You got bounty stories for days.
No, Radley Priceless is the best. You know?
That's his real name?
I call him Priceless.
Okay.
His name is Rodney Price.
Okay.
But there's no price on such an individual. He's priceless.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's my story, and it's the best.
That is the best.
Red Dragon or Sanchez?
No, Sanchez and Red Dragon is two different personalities. One is a singer and one is a DJ. So the dichotomy, you have to choose Sanchez in a singer category and Red Dragon a DJ category. So in this particular stage, I choose both.
Take a drink.
Where did you see that?
I made it up.
Burning spears or the techniques?
Burning Spear.
This is easy.
He's still active. The techniques have retired. He's still doing the work. A labor of love.
Public Enemy or Dead Prez? Shout out to both.
Public Enemy.
Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey?
Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead. You going to...
They refused to come together with Marcus Garvey to share in the same ideology, and they all tried to railroad him in this blood clot.
Marcus Garvey is Jamaican, correct?
Yeah, they all
That's the
tried
last-
to railroad him. All of them try to railroad him. From the NAACP come right through. We know the history, and we can't fool it. I want to hold back black people. They hold back black people in America. They are one of the main reasons why we did not come together to be bigger than we was, because they were partisan and infiltrated by outside forces with outside agenda to fight against the soapbox doctrine, as they call it, Marcus. Soapbox doctrine.
Soapbox doctor.
Yeah. But his philosophy and opinion shines through even to this day.
Yeah.
With theirs.
Yes. Wow.
What is that? Shit. That's my shit.
It's your secret message.
Gregory Isaac or Peter Tosh?
Both. Oh my God, brothers.
All right, go ahead.
You know, Gregory Isaac and me, we share the same birthday, right?
Same birthday.
Super Cat or Shinehead?
Super Cat.
Man, shout out Supercat, man.
Reggae or dancehall?
Both. I'm a fan of the genre, 360. You know, it's too great. It's too great medium of expression.
Lady Saw or Patra?
Both.
Okay, take
Because
another
they both
drink.
represent two different era and they both did phenomenal
Right.
stuff for their generations. Patra was the breaking point to show the
First,
world that
yeah.
our female artists were capable. And Lady Saw is the present day representation of what they can represent themselves as.
Both dope, too. Very
Yes.
dope.
And both spectacular in their own way.
Yeah.
Erica Badu or Lauryn Hill?
Both.
Drink up.
He's making this drink.
You guys are going to drunk I think you're drinking bitters, though. You're tricking the crowd.
No. Welcome to try.
Wait, but by the way, bitches is very strong. You gave me
wanna hear-
bitches,
you wanna
right?
hear something?
It's a root drink, though. It's
I'm
a
a
root
true
drink.
drink champion because I'm having water.
That's right.
That's fact. That's fact.
Drink like a champion. Okay. Shatas or Third World Cop?
Two different dynamics. One depict an era, which I would love to forget, and the other depict an era, which I embrace.
Okay. Which one is which one is that?
So, Third World Cop, Dancehall Queen, right? Dancehall Queen depicts an era where it's just fun, showing you the growth.
Shatas.
And Shatters, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Dancehall Queen depict an era when the music is growing, budding, and it shows you an end result of what it comes out to be. In Shatters, we see a culture, a Bremen gun culture, which is on the horizon, and we all know where that end up.
Yeah. And
No,
it's
when it comes to Jamaican movie, I like movie make I laugh. Cause my people funny and dramatic. You know what I mean? If you get them serious, they will be.
Right.
But if I see something on the big screen, I want to see something where make I blood clot laugh, where I know say this a Jamaican.
right.
A Jamaican would do that. A Jamaican would say that.
Right.
You know, so we would do something. I don't want to brutality is everywhere, and people have been fed too much trauma.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right.
Nah.
That's right. And you don't like no phones neither. You said you don't own no
No
phone.
trust. No, I'm
You
not
don't-
use it in a room, you know, because when you come to a room, if you don't have a phone, it's like you stand alone.
I thought that lyric was crazy. On trust.
But we
On
don't trust it.
Yeah. We'll come back to that. Okay, Sean Paul or Shaggy?
Both. Two different era and two different representation. Shaggy did something that we all pay homage to because he broke
Yes. And it wasn't him.
hole. And it wasn't him.
It wasn't him.
And Sean,
Yes.
you know, he still continued doing his stuff. And Sean has
So
pivoted.
he said both, right?
Yes.
And they're both great and both talented.
Yes.
And I wouldn't mince words. No cap.
Yes.
No,
they both go to the light-skinned Jamaican karate class.
And Give it up, Shaggy is the Drink Champs alumni. He's been on the show.
Big him up.
I do not disrespect my elders.
Yeah.
And neither do I speak down or speak about anyone bad behind your back.
Right.
You know, as a principle, man, because a guy try that, he might get fucked up.
Right,
man.
No.
So I try, do that, I want how I want him, do that, man.
Right.
You know, I speak truth. Whatever I say is I'm an opinion.
Right.
You understand? It's not a general consensus. No, if not dog is entitled to his opinion, him choose who to bite. So leave me with mine.
Respect. Okay, you want the next one?
Sister Nancy or Papa San?
Oh, two different presentation, two different era. Chose both.
Okay.
He want us to drink, though.
No.
Rohan Marley
Yeah, we need stories,
or Stephen Marley?
You're going too fast, dog.
Rohan Marley or Stephen Marley. No, you're talking about Rohan doesn't sing, as opposed to Stephen who sing.
Okay.
So Rohan plays.
So I said Damien. Damien, I meant to say.
Damien?
Yeah, it's Damien and Stephen
you
here.
can't compare the father with the son.
Okay.
And Stephen's like Damien's dad, even though he's his brother, musically speaking.
Right.
You know what I mean? We watch him grow, we help him grow, and help him hone his skill.
Right.
So I would choose both because, you know, one is the predecessor of the other. One is the predecessor of the other.
Okay. Yeah.
I got one that's not on the
Go ahead, go for it, bro.
Buju didn't mention either one of these guys. I just want to know. Garnet Silk or Tenor Saw?
Well, now, two different genres of music because Garnet Silk is more spiritually aligned and spiritually, you know what I mean, centered, and Tenor Saw sing songs that we can relate to. However, we didn't get enough of Tenor Saw to make a fair comparison, so I'll choose both.
Okay.
Of course he's.
I love how he answered everything genius. It's like a genius, yo.
And you think he's going to say one of them.
Yeah. Like, word.
No, well, in all fairness and honesty, if we had gotten more of Tenor Saw, his life was cut short in Texas, yes? But what we saw, we love, and it stayed with us. Just like Nitty Gritty. Nitty Gritty gave us some work. You guys know of a guy called Nitty Gritty, right? Let them come, cause we ready for them. Chiboom day. So those guys, they sang some songs that we wanted more, but we just didn't get enough. So it's unfair for me to make a correlation between him and draw an inference with Garnet Silk, who has done so much records.
Right.
And is present even to this moment in our psychic.
Right.
Wayne Wonder or Garnet Silk?
No, I have to choose both because Wayne Wonder. Wayne Wonder's a different kind of singer. Wayne Wonder
You just said that?
Saw Garnet Silk.
yeah, but Wayne Wonder, we can still address it. Wayne Wonder is a girls' singer, rude boy singer. Yeah, Garnet stays borderline religious girls them. So it's two different singer, Rasta reality and rude boy reality. Two of them I choose.
Yeah, I got a song with Wayne Wonder and Lexus, and we shot it in Tivoli Gardens.
Are you serious?
Yeah, one of the most scariest days of my life.
Why?
You know why?
You did say when Biggie went to Jamaica.
Too much things.
Yeah, it was crazy.
My island is so nice we name it twice. Jamaica.
Jamaica. Wait, New York, boy, that's just mad. Okay. From
Barris Hammond or Junior Reid?
No comparison. Two different genres of music, and I chose both because both have done exemplary work. Junior Reid, we grew up on from the Black Uhuru era, after Michael Rose, Ducky Simpson, and what's her name? You know? So we remember that, and we remember the impact of the One Blood to unify us all, Black people all across America and Jamaica and the diaspora. And, you know, it's two different comparisons. I also remember Mr. Bersam and OD, the boss, as we call him and refer to him, as someone who's not only been a mentor to me, but a mentor to anyone who desires to enter the field of music. Right. And he's still consistent, still making music, and still able to be a guide rail to us because he's still alive. His respect to me. I can't put him in no category. So this is one of the categories. We are going to just say that Junior Reid is a great artist, tremendous, super, whatever. But please put Mr. Arman in a different category.
Gotcha.
Okay, thank you.
I like that.
Gotcha, yeah.
So let me ask you,
Cheers.
what do you like more?
Performing the record or making the record?
Making the record.
Making the record?
Yes.
I would have thought you just said performing. I would have lost that.
Making the record is where I enjoy it before you do.
So you okay. I'm trying to think. Okay.
So that's where I really have my fun. So then I can have an idea of what you're gonna enjoy. You know what I mean? So like before I really record a song, and someone say, "What's your favorite song?" I can't tell you because I haven't recorded it yet. So until it's gone, it's no longer my favorite. But I have to live with my music for a little bit and love my music. So when you get it, sometimes I watch to see the lines that people react to because those were the lines that really get me cracking up. So really and truly recording to me. And then recording is also where I spend a lot of time because I believe in perfection. And I like to make my mistakes there because I can fix it right there.
Yeah, that's real. Okay, you want the next one?
Nicodemus or Tenor Saw?
Or both. Two different. But Tenor Saw is a singer and Nicodemus is like the godfather. He was the first one to taught us how to settle in the middle of the rhythm. A lot of people don't understand that, but those who do.
Right.
Okay. This is the last one for Quick Time with Slime. Then we get back to the interview. Loyalty or respect?
Loyalty. Respect wanes and people drift in terms of who they respect. Respect sometimes comes because of what you own, where you live, what you value. But if someone is loyal, they're loyal forever. And if you should take up your phone and you can't call none of those numbers after 3 a.m. and they answer, you have a problem.
Right. You have a serious problem.
Luciano or Freddie?
Both. Big Ship never stops sale.
Okay, let's take it down.
I put my bottle away.
Big Ship never stops sale. Two different genres, but two influential individuals who made tremendous music. You know what I mean? And the world love and revere their work. I hope this question here is not aimed to pit us at each other.
No.
It will never work in that sense because you're asking me about people who have made tremendous contributions. I mean, we're all created equally, but we're not equally appointed. Thank you.
No, we bring up these names out of respect for everybody's involved, just to bring.
Well, we're all created equally, but we're equally appointed.
Right.
And for each one's appointment, I do respect.
Jeez. That was hard.
I have a bunch of records.
Yeah, what's that
But
you got?
today, I could only find one out of my stats
What
that's
is
all
that?
over the place.
What label is that?
Untold Stories.
On Operation Willie? No, Operation Willie. No.
Don't tell me I got the bootleg, man.
No. So if you look at this label, you will see this is like someone wearing a condom, right? You look at it properly?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You had it for all these years. You ain't know you can hold a condom.
Yeah. So Operation Willie, I was sitting on a plane going to Trinidad and I was inspired to write a song called Ragamuffin, Don't Be Silly, Put a Rubber on Your Willie. In those days, AIDS was on the horizon in Jamaica, but there was a stigma attached to it. And there were kids born with AIDS and they would be abandoned.
Right.
And there was this hospice that was taking care of them. And we became instrumental in making sure these kids got everything. Their lifespan was very short. And we make it sure that they have everything that they needed in that time. And this was the Operation Willie Foundation.
Wow.
So the record's raising money for that?
Yes, the label. I created the label and Operation Willie was on this label. And also I placed other songs on this label and the proceeds go directly. I had to put money from my pocket into it, however, because, records, you know what I mean? So seeing that, you just brought me back to some of the works that we have done in the past.
So Operation Willie put a condom on your Willie.
Operation Willie. Ragamuffin, don't be silly. Remember, rub up on your Willie. Ears are go round and we don't want to catch it. Rude boy, don't be silly. Rub up on your Willie. Ears are go round and we don't want.
But you got 17 kids.
Of course.
He said, of course.
Why not? Of course.
I don't think you listen to yourself.
Well, listen. I've got 16 sisters. I wasn't listening then.
There's no Operation Willie for him.
Yeah, abort mission.
So you got one of the most interesting nicknames besides Buju.
Gargamel. Yeah.
Now, that's from the Smurfs?
Yeah, that was given to me by Wayne Wonder and Frankie Sly, because growing up I was a troublemaker. I was a rude boy, And I take talk from reading and she then. I just do hurt.
Right. And Gargamel was like the foul dude in the Smurfs?
Yeah, he was the bad guy of the Smurfs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
He was
said
trying to eat him?
Huh? He tried to eat the Smurfs?
Yeah, man. Cook all the Smurf, them. Look blue people, them.
So when they named you that, did you like it?
You know, I'll nickname in a Jamaica thing. If you don't want a name to be stick on you in Jamaica, like it.
You gotta like it.
Because if you resent it, then it's yours. That's a mistake I made. I resent
It's kind
it.
of a cool name, though.
But over time, they keep calling me Gargamel.
It sounds kind of dope.
It does sound dope. And especially for people who didn't see the Smurfs, who doesn't know that that's an evil character. That just sounds like a very unique name, Gargamel. Like, you ain't gonna hear nobody else say that.
Yeah, well, listen, split break.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Sorry, I am.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
Man's a revolutionary, we do things different. You know, I ain't confirm.
But in 1 year, you broke Bob Marley's record for the most number ones.
Some hear them say all the time, but it's like them act like I ain't supposed to be proud or something, but you know what I mean? Listen, let's be realistic. I am coming from an era where a record was a record. Mm-hmm. And this said record was sold
for my record
for a minimal a $7, $6, $5, $4, $3, $2. That's how it grow and come forward.
Right.
Then I man come to a time where I have no more bumbleclad record. I man find myself with a CD. I man accept it. I man could have still hear my music. And I man still hold something to represent my ownership of the music when I listen to. Then I man go sleep and wake up and hear say I man have no record, no CD, but the music in the blood clot cloud.
Shit. It's real. It's in the cloud.
I gone from a stage of owning my music. I can play every time I blood clot want to a stage where now if I have my phone on blood clot subscribe, I can't hear my music. When did this happen to me? And we all sit and laugh and think it's a blood clot joke. We want back with music.
Real talk.
A guy take my music and put it in the cloud. And I can't get my music physically, play my music when I want to hear my music. Yet you're not paying nothing for my music. Pennies.
Right.
And then cost I pennies to make this blood clot.
Right.
You trick with it.
Yeah.
And the major players who supposed to speak up about this trickery and modern day blood clot robbery and stealing of intellectual property are silent. I rather carry a box of blood clot record up the stage more than carry a phone full of blood. Because if I don't pay my phone bill, I don't have no music, you know. When you think about it, don't pay your phone bill. Apple don't give you no music.
But I do want to preserve this record.
What? One person who stepped up, and I love what you just said. But one person who stepped up and started talking about the robbery of the streaming was a person you got a record with, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop. Snoop
Dogg stepped up and said, "This is highway robbery. How the hell can you download, a billion streams and then give me $10,000? Meanwhile, the record label." So you think more people should step up like that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Something has happened to us. We've moved from the parochial distribution where we had a physical product in our hands.
Yeah.
I understand. You think it's too bulky and the world is moving in. But there are people like us. I want my music. I want my record. I want to put my record on. I want to hear the nigga go.
Right.
Right.
It means something to me.
Right.
Yeah.
The other day, I was in my recording studio and this young lady was doing her final papers at the University of the West Indies. And she wanted to do something on me. And I said, okay, I welcome her. And she came in the studio and we was talking along the line of music. And she has never seen a phonographic record before.
Crazy.
And I had to take up a phonographic record and show her. So you realize that there's a generation who doesn't know what a vinyl looks like.
Right.
Or some aspect of that generation who doesn't know what a vinyl and how it is played and how you receive sound through a piece of plastic. So are we moving so far ahead that we're taking the things that make us real humans away from us?
All right. And what DJ Quick said, that the analog recording, which I think transfers on to vinyl and tape, there's an energy transfer that's there. You can't get that from the digital world.
Right.
Never.
No, I like what you said earlier. It's like people wanted that physical thing. They wanted to look at the producers. They wanted to be proud of the product. Like how you
remember
say.
those days?
Yeah.
When
like,
you get a record and you rub it on your pants, you take the plastic off.
Yeah.
You just rub the front and the plastic just open like this and you take out your record. Dude,
Fresh new
you want
record.
to put your shit back in the sleeve so good and put it back down in the jacket so good.
Yep. And you read the credits.
Oh, and when the music is playing, you can take out your sleeve and read along.
yes. And you know
I
who
miss
the
those
producer
days,
is.
of course. But then,
You know who the A&R was. You know who the label was. Now you just download
but
something.
even from a financial standpoint, I don't think the young cats today will be able to get their life in order based on what they're being paid from the current mode of income. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So we're being robbed and our industry's being raped. Somebody's getting that cash.
Yeah.
But nobody don't want to talk about it. You come from the island.
Right.
You see the industry grow, mature. Yet the artists who made the industries are sidelined.
Right.
It can't be like that.
Right.
We need fair play.
Right. Let me change the subject for a second. Back in the days, there was a group called Born Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
And it set off this whole thing. Jamaicans that's Jamaican, but they're from America. And like for us, I'm half Puerto Rican, and Puerto Ricans from the island don't really fuck with Puerto Ricans from New York. Is it like that with Jamaicans and born Jamaicans? I'm asking. 'Cause I don't know. Yeah.
No. You know, we Jamaicans, we're proud of our heritage and we're proud of all our flag bearers. You know, once you ever drop a Jamaican blood in you, no matter where you're a Jamaican.
Right.
No matter where in the world you go, you're a Jamaican.
Right.
And, you know,
If you're born in Japan and you Jamaican,
yeah,
you
of course,
Jamaican.
you have Jamaican father, Japanese mother, you're Jamaican, of course.
Okay.
But you find that we're very protective of our culture. You can't blame us. So when people
Right.
outbursts, you know, you must realize that this is one of the most abused cultures. Jamaican artists, and you know this, Nori. The powers that be don't respect us, man. They underpay us, treat us like, you know what I mean? You know this.
I didn't know that till you said
But-
it though.
When we step out, if you don't step out and assert yourself so these motherfuckers can know who you're dealing with, you're going to subject yourself to that.
Right.
So we have to always know what we're dealing with and let them know what they are dealing with. Yeah? And it's just that. I'm sure my rapper brothers face the same thing. They have to step out and let people know that they know what they're worth and know their value. So you don't respect it, it's up to you.
Right.
But if you want to do business with us, you got to respect it.
Right. You know something that was interesting when I heard you. You was doing another interview and you was like, I believe you called reggaeton culture vultures. I believe you said that. I don't want to misquote you. I don't want to misquote you, right? But then you said, I believe this is what you said. You can correct me. And you said it's like they only work with each other. Like they don't work with outside entities.
When I was 19 years old, right? No, when I was 16 years old, I remember a song called Boom 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 Mami
Endra.
El General, right?
Yeah, from
And then
Panama.
the Panamanians, they show us love.
Yeah.
Because I went there
Right.
and I met Kafu Banton, who was the next forerunner.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But then the music went to Puerto Rico. Then music went all about. And all of a sudden it's like, you created this shit. Then you want to take out, why do you think there's so many lawsuits currently from Jamaican producers with reggaeton? There's a major lawsuit right now with Steely and Clevie. Steely and Clevie is one of our biggest producers. You understand? And these guys have been...
Because it's the same rhythm they take in, right? It's the same drum.
Biting this shit.
Yeah.
Because they think we're from the Caribbean and there's no intellectual property control or we have no idea what we're doing. But it's a new day in Gotham.
Right. Oh.
The Batman's still alive.
and then Afrobeats doesn't face no lawsuit like that, but you're saying that it wasn't, the love is not there. Like,
we should have a more tighter relationship with Afrobeat. Listen.
I agree with everything you're saying.
When Nelson Mandela was locked up in South Africa, where was the voice of Africa to free him in terms of the music? It was Winnie Mandela, free South Africa. The Jamaicans singing consistently, making the world aware about the African plight. Ethiopia, you name it, Angola. We name our rhythm the MPLA. The MPLA movement was from Angola, the liberation struggle in Angola.
Wow.
Okay? We name rhythm Chiang Kai-shek, based upon Chiang Kai-shek fleeing from mainland China to what is now called Taiwan, which was formerly Formosa.
Oof.
You understand? So we are integral in world affairs and our music speak to the demographics of the globe.
Right.
It's real.
So when we hear our African brothers and sisters doing music that we can identify with, but we're not hearing nothing to free Africa, to free the minds of African, we are concerned.
All right.
Because if we're in Jamaica, we're singing about sexuality and violence, and they can say to us, my brothers in Jamaica, we remember when you used to speak to us from your heart, now you're speaking to us from your lips. And we have to pull ourselves up by the bootstrap. Then we must be able to speak to our brothers across the pond and say, my brothers, if we're lacking, pull us up.
Mm-hmm. That's deep.
That's one for blood clap.
That's deep because, since, like you said, handed out this boom, 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 mommy. And then I've seen it's the same rhythm. I always heard. Now this is me being a little bit in that section. I always heard them show love to Shaba. I heard them show love to you, and show love to other people. But when you said, I think you said this. It was like, but they don't work with us. And I was just like, damn, I didn't realize that.
So did you hear a song with Buju, Shaba and El General? No. Did you hear a song with Buju and El General? No. Oh. And you go along the list, the answer is no. No, I take Buju out of the equation. What about name somebody else?
Sean Paul has something with Karate G.
Well, they went to the same karate school, right?
Your mind is quick, Buju.
Yes, he's mad.
But the reality exists that it's not present. There's none in the archives.
Right.
And I'm talking something frivolous. I'm not capping.
Right.
Go do your research.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So, I mean, if someone come from Africa and they say Buju, like I've done song with Salif Keita. I've done song with several African collaborations. It's good because I want to speak to my people. I want to foster that bridge.
Right.
We want to create this symbiotic relationship where we both understand each other.
Right.
And can relate to each other. And the music is the common language that we both, it's a universal language of all nations.
Right. It absolutely is.
Nah, that's real, man. That's real. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad to hear you say that because it's going to be a lot of people that's going to watch this. And I feel like this situation will be fixed. From your powerful voice, from the voice of Jamaica,
it's important for my brothers.
Yeah, because you're the only one I ever heard step up and say something. I mean, maybe others has, but I haven't seen it.
Well, that's why I'm hated. And I'm not appreciated in many aspects. But that doesn't matter because, like I said, I'm a servant. You know?
Right.
You're not here to serve me. I am here to serve you.
Right.
You are the people who make a sacrifice and make a decision between buying a bread, buying a shoes, paying your rent, and coming to see me.
Right.
And in the end, you put all those things aside and you come to see me. I'm here to serve you.
Right.
I'm here to serve you in truth. I'm here to serve you in music. I'm here to serve you in my life. I'm here to serve you in hopefulness. Am I perfect? No. Because if you fuck, I'll take your head off.
Right.
Okay? But I'm here for you.
Right.
I'm here as your servant.
Right.
Good. And a good servant must be serious. I'm ready to serve.
Yes. Let me ask you, what's your favorite place to perform besides Jamaica, besides
Africa.
Jam Rock? I knew you were going to say Africa.
What part of Africa, though?
Every part of Africa is a thrill to ride. I bear my soul to the continent, man.
Right.
From the north to the south.
The south, the north, the east, and the west. You know what I mean? Because they don't see I a lot. It's far.
All right.
So when I go there, I have to throw out and give them a good show.
All right.
And sing out for them, you know?
And stay a while, because if you're going to do the whole continent.
Yeah, well, in time.
Right.
But the last time I was there, I was in Stansted Stadium with my good friend, Mr. Lucky Dube. May God bless his spirit, and we had a beautiful time. It was an amazing moment. I want to say enough love to South Africa and all South Africans. Yes.
Yeah, I've been there. Great people, man.
Beautiful place, beautiful people. Our people.
All right. Now, you just sold out 2 shows, 36,000 in New York City. God damn. I mean, I know you don't call yourself king, but there's a lot of people who do call you king. That's
For
some
the
king
people to
shit.
say, I am a servant of the people and a servant of the music, you know?
Right.
You see, let me break it down to you.
Yes.
I know we're in the United States of America. A lot of people get it twisted, you know? We desire not to get caught up in all of that. But just to continue being humble, being touchable, accessible, reachable, communicate with the people, you know? Because my people are used to people they can identify with and resonate with. Not people who are alienated from them and people who are, you know what I mean, there's a buffer between them and 20 people pushing them, boxing them, shoving them.
Right.
I don't deal with that kind of fuckery. You know what I mean? Because the same people that my security go and push away is the same people that go and make sure I can pay him.
All right.
So, you know, the moment you realize that, humble yourself. Like I told you, our profession was directly called out by the Father. He said singers and players of instruments. He didn't say bartender. He didn't say bar tough. He didn't say all of these things. So you have to know that you're doing something. It's easy to have people listen to you, you know, like I said earlier. But it's important to figure out what you have to say to them.
So let me ask you a question. Bob Marley movie, I loved it, right?
Yeah.
There was one part of the movie where he stepped to his manager and he was like, yo, whenever there's an Africa play, it's not a money play. Like, meaning, like, he just wants to go to Africa whenever they ask for him. Is that how you feel about Africa as well?
Africa is a beautiful place where I have made many sacrifices over the years. Many sacrifices. First time I go to Africa, I come back to Jamaica and have to pay my entire band out of my personal pocket. You know, several times it happens to us, you know, because, you know, you give people the benefit of the doubt and think they're going to do business, but it never materializes that way. But it can't be a money thing, because once I'm on the ground, the show must go on. But nevertheless, we pride ourselves in doing good business, and as black people, we have a bad stigma attached to us that we don't do good business. So it's important for us to have good agreements and stick to our agreements and execute the agreements accordingly. You know, it make good for the next brother who comes into the territory to do business, who calls me on the phone and say, how was your experience?
Okay.
All right.
Very good. So all things are relative.
All right, let's talk about Bonafide Love.
Bonafide Love, Buju, Banton, Wayne Wonder. Bonafide Love was originally done by Errol Dunkley. And then it was done by Denry. It was remade by Buju Banton and Wayne Wonder for the Penthouse label. I think it was one of the most pivotal recordings me and Mr. Wayne Wonder has ever done. But it's a remake from the original.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you made Hot Life with Snoop Dogg, who smoked more weed?
I don't know. Actually,
it seemed like it was a fun record to create.
I was in my studio at 10 Carlisle Avenue and we were speaking on the phone. So I said, "Where you at?" He said, "He's in the spaceship." He called his recording studio his spaceship. I said, "I'm sitting here under the tree." So he said, "Is it a mango tree?" I said, "Yeah." And we were both smoking. So I was under the tree smoking and he was in the spaceship smoking. I started singing, "I Life."
That makes so much sense.
And I said, "Good weed all day and night." I said, "Hey." So I went into notes and I started writing it.
Right.
And I said, "Hey, I'm going to write your part as well. I'm going to write it in patois." So I wrote it and I sent it to him.
That's why he did it so much in patois, huh?
And we stayed on the phone and fuck it right up.
Wow.
It was good, man. It was a good day, good vibe. And it shows me that he's a true artist because it's not many people can do that and delve into their creativity. Just like that. And I mean, it's all chemistry as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Just good. Good kid, good brethren.
You know what I love about you is a man can't put you in a box. Like you can't say you're just one way. Like you make feel good music, you make, club music, you make, you know what I mean? You make conscious music. Like, how do you do that and not be whack? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because certain people can, you know what I'm saying? Like certain people can go to another genre.
I don't know.
Okay. That's a fair answer. That's a fair answer.
I don't know. I'm a free-spirited person.
Right.
I love to be happy. My children, my guys think I'm the funniest father in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? I love to laugh. Mm-hmm. People don't know that side of me. I don't show them that side of me. They don't need to.
Right.
But music should come from a happy place. Mm-hmm. So if you're a person who's constantly angry, you're going to make angry music. If you're constantly bitter, your music will reflect that. Mm-hmm. I never go to my bed with an argument. I tell you how I feel and that's it. Right. Tomorrow I'm going to say, "Nori, what's up? You good, nigga?"
Right, yeah, that's right. Right. Oh, man, this is so great.
See, the music have to come from a pure place, yeah?
Right.
So when that is intact, the inspiration flows,
So let's talk about, I'm saying it wrong because I'm dyslexic. Dopey Conqueror.
Dopey Conqueror?
Yeah, with Stephen Marley, when y'all both perform and y'all both shed a tear.
Oh my God, why did you go there?
I know my shit, huh? I know my shit.
Yeah, no.
Because at first he said you shed a tear, and then you said he shed a tear, and then y'all both was like, we both shed a tear.
No, okay. See, that was an emotional moment because, that relationship and friendship with that brethren come like a jar. It's heaven sent, Mm-hmm. The irony is, I used to run with them brother Ziggy Marley in the mornings. 4 o'clock a.m., Ziggy used to pick me up at my house, and we used to go running on the beach. The first morning Ziggy brought him brother, I never run with Ziggy again.
Wait, so you used to run with Ziggy, then he brought Damien, and you never seen Ziggy again?
The first morning, Ziggy brings Stephen Marley at my house to pick her up to go run on the beach.
Jogging.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never run with Ziggy again.
You lost.
And Stephen became my best friend from that time until this day.
Right.
We make music together. When Damien wanted to enter music, was there making sure that he get the rudiments of his right. That's a good friend. Right. That's Bob Marley in this time for all of you, but if you don't have eyes, you won't see.
Right. Did you ever meet Bob? I know you got...
Once, my mother used to sell in the square of Barbican Square, and once a blue Mitsubishi Tony pull up, and this Rasta man was driving, and he pushed me through and said, "Mother, give me a pack of Craven here." And my mother gave me the pack of Craven here, which is cigarettes, and I run across the road and give it to him, and by the time I should put it in his hand like this.
Bob Marley smoked cigarettes?
There was a guy in the car who asked my mom, and by the time I gave them the cigarette like this, the whole community was down on the car. And it was all saying, "Bob, Bob, 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 Bob."
Oh, shit.
So that was my first encounter with them as a little kid, yeah?
That must have been.
Yeah.
It's Bob Marley, me, and your Shaba me. These are like...
Yeah.
ordained meets, you know.
Yeah.
While God is good and him don't make no mistake.
All right. Oh, God damn it. Let's talk about Haile Selassie. Ethiopia. This is what the Rastafari culture follows,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
So how did this start? He came to Jamaica?
Well, before we even come to Jamaica, as Rastis, we read the basic instruction before leaving Earth, which the item know as the Bible. And there have been many a prophecy, and we know that Ethiopia, the whole Africa was called Ethiopia before Caesarus Africanus went and conquered. We call it Carthage, and drive Hannibal them south, and then name the continent after himself. The continent was called Ethiopia, the whole continent.
The whole African continent.
Nubia. See, and then colonization come and dissect the continent and put invisible borders and name this Chad, Congo, this, that. But through the uncolonization of Ethiopia, she remain untouched and her name remain the same. She hold on upon that piece. But the dynasty goes back as far as Solomon and Sheba, and to Menelik, and to Ras Makonnen.
Right.
You understand? And then
they say Haile Selassie was
from Ras Makonnen, then Haile Selassie.
okay.
And then,
And he's a family with Jesus?
well, according to the lineage, the bloodline come from the line of Christ.
Wow.
The bloodline come from the line of Christ. So, according to the lineage and genealogy, that was traced according to Rastaman ideology. So, in this time, we know that God don't dwell outside of us. We know him dwell inside of us. Because you have good thoughts and you have bad thoughts, right? The bad thoughts are the evil thoughts and the good thoughts are the godly thoughts. You see it? So we see the Christ come and him walk the earth and him show us that if you have faith as little as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. And we see the Christ come and him walk and show us that just humble yourself and love the Lord thy God and love your neighbor. And certain things him teach us, which, you know, I don't think it only rested on 2 pages. So if you want to realize what he really taught us, you have to go and do some research. But all these things help Rastafari to realize that a game has been played on us. We haven't been taught the truth. Something is amiss. And why everything bad is black. Black male, black out.
Black
and you
cat.
name it, black cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Black book,
Bad
black
people,
list.
black. Yeah.
And everything that's supposed to be.
Blackballed.
So we realize that there's a campaign against not only a particular color, which is stupidity, but against a people, a race, a nation. Because no matter how much success you achieve in this country, you will always be Nori. Unless you go play their ball. So I'll join the karate club. So we have to hold forth to this that brought us into a different reality than the one we thought we knew. And we see a lot of people coming now, putting on dress, do not even understand the premise, the foundation, what it means, what it represents. You have commercialized something that is near and dear to others.
Right. But so let me ask you. I just want to reiterate that. How did this Rastafarian culture come up? Did Haile Selassie physically go to Jamaica?
Yes, he went to Jamaica.
Okay.
Of course, Haile Selassie visited Jamaica. Visited many places in Jamaica. Many Rastaman who many people thought were frivolous in their thought, were venerated because the emperor indeed came to the island.
Wow. And Marcus Garvey. But Marcus Garvey
is from Jamaica.
He's from Jamaica,
And he traveled to the Americas and traveled to England to spread the message of unification, formed the UNIA.
Right.
You know what I mean? The United Negro Improvement Association. Right. Yes, and have had many charters across many continents, even from South America to the Americas, and expound upon the liberation of the black man and woman.
Right. If you was to say, if people leave Jamaica, who do you think they go to more, London or U.S.?
Or Canada too.
There's an existing trend to gravitate towards United States of America.
Right.
And the migration stream has showed us that an all indication and indicators have showed us it's a major place for migration.
Okay. How happy was you when they told you you could come back to America?
Well, I was elated because initially I wasn't told I could come back. I was told that I was permanently banned. And I said to the person who said that, let's see what God will do.
Wow.
But,
hold on, let's make some noise for that. You were permanently banned. You said, let's see what God would do. That's hard. Okay.
Yes.
So what happens? Someone gives you a call and say you can come back to, because I heard you was touring in Africa and I heard you was touring in the Caribbean.
Well, actually, in all due fairness and honesty, I don't want to throw anybody on the bus because I'm very tactful. But my issuance of my visa to travel to America was sent to me in 2022. And when I went to the embassy to pick it up, the lady told me, you're permanently banned. And I looked at her and I said, let's see what God will do. And it wasn't until 2023, last year, this year, 2024, that it was really given to me. Not from that office, but it was given to me.
From the higher ups. Come on, you connected, goddammit. You can be humble, be strong for you. But I mean, was that feeling like the God did? It was almost...
You see, I'm here to serve my people.
Right.
You see how happy the people in New York was?
Yes.
Not only because they saw me, but because they were able to receive something that they're longing for. You know what is that? A concert.
Yeah.
To hear music.
Yeah.
To feel uplifted. To feel like there was no car stolen. No one got robbed.
Yeah.
No one was mistreated.
Yes.
It was just a night of 2 nights of pure fun, love, and entertainment. Because of good energy, good vibe. And they try, like I told you, in order for you to destroy somebody, they go after the credibility, yo.
Right.
And then they go for the jugular. Right. My people did not buy it. Many bought in. But listen, the voice of the people is the voice of God. What says man? Talk to me.
Yeah, let's talk about hills and valleys.
Oh, powerful.
That's powerful.
Free the people. We are liberated, oh. Truly we are liberated through that divine spirit, over hills and valleys.
How'd you make that? Was you in the hills and valleys?
Actually, I was on tour going through the Swiss Alps on my tour bus.
Oh, that's the joint where the snow was on top.
Yeah, I was going through some tunnels.
That's a sight.
Yeah.
On tour. Through the Swiss Alps, because I used to spend 3 months here touring the Americas, 3 months touring the European countries, or 4. Then another 2 in the Caribbean. And that's where I used to spend my time. And it was an inspiration I received while I was traversing the earth.
How does it feel performing for the white people like that?
I would say, in Europe.
It's great performing. You have to understand that reggae music is an international music.
Yes.
And it speaks a universal language that connects. I told you, it's a king's music.
Yes. Like my white friend over there, I had to tell him stop.
Yeah, and because the king's music, it resonates.
He was buckling like this. I said, you can't do that.
It resonates with the people. It doesn't matter your ethnic background.
Yeah.
And gone are the days when we can separate people along their racial or them color lines when it comes to music. You know how much people love Kendrick Lamar, they're not like us?
I don't know how we got here.
don't fight it.
I'm trying to tell you, our music is diverse.
Right.
So don't believe that through I'm on the reggae music, there's a demographic who's not. And there, more people in Europe love reggae music than America.
Wow.
Don't fool yourself.
And in Asia too.
Okay? When I play a concert in The Hague for 100,000 people in Holland, The Hague.
Wow.
100,000 people.
Wow. Don't get it twisted. Whenever I'm on vacation, and there's nothing but white people, that's what they playing, reggae.
Reggae music.
Yeah.
You have to understand also, my forefathers cultivated Europe more than America. In terms of making the music heard and bringing the music to the masses. They cultivated Europe a lot more. So Europeans are very much deep into reggae music. Much so.
And then let's just talk about your relationship with Khaled. He was also a person that I seen campaign you so much. Like when you came home. I'm not saying U.S. is your home. Or U.S. is your home too. You know, your second home, whatever. But he was campaigning for you so much. How did y'all develop the relationship? I know y'all worked together back in the days.
There was a hurricane that destroyed Miami called Hurricane Andrew. Yeah. And in those days, we used to have a warehouse on 117th Street, Southwest 117th Street.
Right by
crashed on the Coast Guard. I was walking down the road now after all that, trying to find out which part and which part and which part. So we find a radio station. That's how we met up with Daddy Saw and Joey Buttafuoco there.
Mix 96.
Yeah.
Because Mix 96 was on the air. In those days was Lady Terror, DJ Fergie, and couple ones and ones. Well, Khaled was a part of that. But we eat it off right away.
Right.
Because him have a vibe. Them days, I'm talking skinny Khaled.
Right.
So,
he
used to come to Jamaica, but him loved the music so much that he would always be throwing me beats. Buju, try this and that. And I'm riding in the car with him and I'm open. But I realized that he had a vision. I said, let's record it. Let's make it into a dub plate. And we started doing him shit. So he used to go to Jamaica to play for Fully Loaded. And when he came and saw the reaction, because in those days, when you do good and you get a gun salute, it's all gun salute. One gun salute. And when he saw that, realized that this kid could, and then his playing skills, how he did his thing, and his love for the music, not the money. Yeah. Because in this game, if you love the music, it loves you back. Right. If you love the music, it loves you back. I'm telling you, brother. And he loved the music, and it loves him. It loved him back. As simple as that. So our friendship is not based on who the world say he is now, but on who he truly is. Yeah. You understand? And he'll always be my brother. Always be my friend. You understand? Good heart, good spirit, loving family, good kid. And he loves music, most importantly.
Is there a real place called Holy Mountain?
Yeah, man.
There is? In Jamaica?
Wherever you find it. Wherever you find it, brother.
Yes, yes. No, that's real. That's real. Driver!
Don't stop at all.
That record had New York City on the motherfucking, when that shit came on, driver! Yeah, that's my part. Driver! Like, I'm sorry, I heard it.
It's not so aggressive. Driver! Don't stop at all. You have to finesse it. You won't get a driver. You was yellow travel right past.
I didn't have a license back then. So, but how'd you come up with that formula?
Oh, I had a driver.
You told him.
And one night I had to get to a studio. I was actually down here in Miami. So I was leaving from my house in Fort Lauderdale to get to the studio, and I had a driver. I'm gonna tell him, push it, let's go. And by the time I got to the studio, I was singing, driver. So I put my program that I was gonna do on hold and sent to Jamaica on the phone to get the rhythm from the taxi to make the demo and fly home the next day because I knew it was a smash.
Wow.
When I made the demo
right on the spot.
Yo, you one of the motherfuckers that write about anything. Yo, that's crazy. I would have never thought that at all.
Yeah.
Yo, make some noise for that.
The music is real.
Yo, that's real.
Music is real.
That's real. Holy shit. Okay, we ain't speak about this yet.
What?
Walk Like a Champion.
You know, that's the girl's favorite.
Such a classic record, man.
That's the girl's joint right there.
Okay.
That's the girl's joint right there.
Because EFN is going to do the record over. He's going to be drink like a champion.
Oh, yeah?
That's what we were saying.
Just don't fall over.
We want the dub plate version for Drink Champs.
Yeah? Okay, we'll talk about it.
But how'd you make Walk Like a Champion?
So, that was a Penthouse production. Okay. Came to the studio one day and there was this guy sitting down with a bass on a stool. So his name is Leroy Sibley, a very famous singer from the group called the Heptones, but he's also a bass player. and he was singing a song. Can't remember the song. Excuse me. But the rhythm was so groovy, and normally because Pentos became my home base. Mm-hmm. So when you come there to work, and I came, I wouldn't come out. I would just stay there and hold a vibe with you to make sure whatever you're doing. Because in those days, Donovan German was like the boss, but he was so cool. Mm-hmm. This man have a recording studio and just low pure youths to run it. Mm-hmm. He'll come to America and come back like once a month, put his hand on the side and said, "Let me hear what I make." And they would have to play what we did for him, and then he just jump on a plane and gone again. So we have the studio. So anybody come there will say Nana McLean from Canada, and all these people would come to the studio, and
you guys had free reign.
So so we was just making music. So I was there checking it out, and I'm like, sound good, I like the beat. And that's where the inspiration came. We just went recording.
So it was nothing but no championship?
No, there was no championship, more like an inspiration.
Oh, okay.
And the music was talking to me, and I was just talking back to it. We had a great conversation.
And you just said, walk like a cow.
Yes.
Yo, these stories is fucking amazing, man. Hold up. I know I'm mispronouncing this wrong.
Say what?
Bati Rider?
Bati Rider, yeah.
Okay.
No, Bati Rider, don't get it twisted. Bati Rider is a shorts, a very short shorts that the ladies wear, and it exposes their cheeks.
Yeah.
Their ass cheeks are exposed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this was a trend back in the time, in the early 90s, and it was the coming out for the ladies back in the time, because we're coming from an era where woman was fairly clad.
Okay.
I mean, borderline prudish, fairly clad.
They're conservative.
Conservative, right. Yeah? So this was also a coming out era where fashion and embracing of fashion and trends was becoming more social norm. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about Up Close and Personal, even though that's a rhythm, right?
Yeah. Up Close and Personal, yes.
Yeah, that was
It's a song.
Yeah.
The title of a song.
Yeah. Is that something that's common in the culture? Is like pretty much everyone rhyming on the same beat and making their own version of a song?
No, what happened was first for a DJ playing the music in the dancehall, right? The producer now has to put his mind, think about them. He has to think about them. So you put this hot song on this beat, but there's only one song. If the selector and the guy who's playing the music have 4 songs to keep the juggling going, that is such a dynamic. So we try to give them more play.
So that's particularly for the club.
Yes. So the guys, because even now when I make music, I try to make music that I have 3 and 4 songs on the beat, so the selector can get a grace. Because when you go one song, sometimes it's just difficult for them. Just play this one song and move on to something else. Right. But if there's what you call a juggling, you can play this, play that, mix that in, and then go, you know what I mean? So you make it more, but I don't think no one is doing that anymore either. I don't know what's going on with that.
You think that like died in the late 90s?
No, I mean, there's a new trend happening now when new innovations are taking place. I mean, let's face it, we're not 19 anymore, we're not 20 anymore. Those who are 19 and 20 now, they're seeing the music through different lens. Right. So there's a paradigm shift, obviously. So we have to hope and pray that they catch the bull by the horns and integrate some of the good things that
and literally seeing it through a new lens.
Absolutely.
Everybody's their phone and lens.
Absolutely, right, literally. Right. So,
when you said you DJ'd earlier, you talking about DJ?
No, the word DJ is always misconstrued in America. Right. Now, the guy who played the music is called a disc jock.
Disc jock.
Or we in Jamaica say a selector.
Right.
Now, the guy who hold the mic and rap like I do is called a DJ.
That's an MC to us, right?
Right. And that's an MC to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Can you DJ right now?
I'm on DJ all the time, man.
You can?
Yeah, man.
Yeah? You can rock a party right now.
Yo, that one they too thin. That one they too slim. That one they kind of overweight. That one they too. Yo, that one. So, After me put a flower upon your nails and touch upon your lip. I love the way you roll, it's how you move your hip. I told you I'm in it forever and we never quit. Me or the mister, you feel be the miss. Sister Buju, I love it when you do it like this. In a dance, you make you turn and make you twist. We dip on the gym champs and we not drink and shit. Water them a drink and the water me a sip. We a give them reggae music nice like this. So goes, now, the next album coming out from Buju Banton is called, I'm not telling you the title as yet, can't do that. But it's 100% dancehall. Why? I haven't given the massive any dancehall music since I came home. And, you know, them need it. Them need to know Gargamel is still the Gargamel.
I got a bang on the torch. They Gargamel.
Mind you hurt yourself.
I didn't even know rhythm, right? I didn't have it together at all. So, if there's anything that you could do in this game, do over. If you had one thing to do over, what would you do?
You know, if I had one thing to do over, I would have smacked that mother. I'm sorry.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
I'm joking. No, you know, if I had one thing to do over in this game, bro, I'm serious. I would make it my earnest duty to make sure these motherfuckers know that dancehall is here to stay forever.
Woo.
And reggae music is gonna live forever. Because I didn't think they get the message. They didn't get the memo. I put some leaflets under their door. They didn't read it. And that's one of my biggest regrets because I know a lot of people, right? They see this music. They love it. They want to get close to it. But we've never been given the mainstream. You never hear us in no every rotation unless we're selling out and singing like we're some guys from Disney. You know what I mean? A day is gonna come when we're gonna have pirate stations. And my only regret is that I was not the first person to get one in America. You guys need a pirate station.
That's what you guys started at.
That's what it
right?
was, but it was lost.
Yeah,
some of that.
EFN started out pirate.
So talk about regrets. That's what we regret. We should have pirate station all among this motherfucker. One pirate station, and we knew we could have done it because guess what? It's been difficult for them to climb all these tall buildings to find those antennas, bro.
What do you
Move the antenna every day.
That's what DJ Raw did on a bus.
What do you enjoy better, independent or major label?
Independent, man. The major take too long to turn shit around. Independent. Now, also, the most money I ever made in the music business was when I was independent with Gargamel Music. Yeah, because I didn't have any, I'm my own boss. You understand? In those days, we have mechanical. Those days were the real days when we were selling real records. You know what I mean? Not what we're dealing with now. But independent is always good. You have more creative control. You can see where your budget is going. You have more financial control. Yeah, man. Independent, though.
Gargamel Records, right?
Gargamel Music, my boy.
Gargamel Music. So God comes down and says, Buju, you got one record to save the whole humanity. You.
Aye, man.
You got to make this record, Buju. And you will get one feature and one producer. Who is your one feature and the one producer?
First and foremost, don't blaspheme. Say an angel come down.
Yeah.
If I go and choose my feature in a creation, you know this brother named Stevie Wonder, him do a thing back in that time. Yes. I know him can't see, him can't fool me.
That's what we say here at Drink Chats.
Him do a thing with Bob, him do a thing.
We have stories all day. People
Him do a thing. Him do a thing. Call.
So you figure Stevie Wonder for the feature?
Huh? What's that song called? Oh, no, you guys are not into music. I'm not telling you.
I'm trying to think.
Baby, jumping and tears, wake up. Nobody never tell you that you. Baby, jumping and tears, wake up. Don't get it yet?
Sound like Stevie Banton.
Your drink.
All right, you guys are so slow. Master Blaster, guys. So the Master Blaster, right?
That's okay.
That's the Master Blaster, it's called. The Master Blaster, right? By Stevie Wonder is one of my favorite. So, you know, I mean, no matter what mood I'm in, I can listen to the Master Blaster. And there's also this song called, by this guy from India called Japa Man. Called, so it's like a meditation song, you know, Japa Man. Tisaya Day. You guys wouldn't even know that but that's a beautiful vocal right here. Producer. One of my greatest producers have passed away, Bobby Digital Dixon, you know. Is either Donovan Germain, good producer, you're talking local, right? Or you're talking internationally?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, Donovan Germain, produced Buju, Banton and Stevie Wonder. That should be something classic, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
I love that how you picked an artist that's here, but you picked a producer that's passed away.
No. One of the producers who I wanted to do it with has passed away.
Okay.
Which is Bobby Dixon. Bobby Digital. Bobby Digital.
One that's still.
So the next best producer I know is Donovan Germain, who's still alive and was able to make such a vision materialize. You know what I'm saying?
I can see this record happening.
That could happen, definitely.
I can see this record happening.
That's gonna happen.
So, because reggae music, Stevie Wonder is an ardent lover of reggae music, and he has showed it because he performed with Bob Marley before. So we know that he knows the culture.
Genius.
And he's a musical maker.
Yeah.
We had Ron Isley on here.
Woo! From the Isley Brothers?
Yeah, man.
And he said that he saw Stevie Wonder crossing the street.
A busy street.
And I bet Stevie saw him too.
And what was Shaq said? He saw him press the button.
Shaq said he got in the elevator with him.
Well, I was watching TikTok and someone waved on some award show and the brother did this. So I'm like, you're winning, bro.
Oh, he said it's a shock. He said, I see you, Shaq.
Yeah. He said he got in the elevator with no one else. Like, first of all, how you get in the elevator, you blind with no one else? And then he pressed the thing and he said, I'll see you later,
Come
Shaq.
on, man. No, it's all photographic memory, man. Photographic
It's
memory.
very true. It's very true. That's gonna be good. But let's talk about Ring the Alarm.
Why? What's going on?
That record, for lack of a better term, I don't want to use the Jamaican accent, but I gotta use it for this.
Go ahead, man.
Mash up the place.
Oh, Ring the Alarm. No, that rhythm is a phenomenal rhythm. That was produced by Techniques, Mr. Winston Riley. And that was on the Techniques label. And the rhythm is called Stalag 1920. Now, Stalag is like the prison in Russia.
Stalingrad.
Yes, but we call it Stalag.
Right.
So if you don't understand, we name rhythms. We call our beats names.
Right, yeah.
We give our rhythms names. So that beat is called a Stalag. And the Stalag rhythm is one of the most powerful.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and that was Buju Banton with Tenasa.
That record brings the fuck up.
So the irony of that song is like I grew up listening to Tenasa because he was just such a rude boy, roll up his pants foot, always in a knits Ganzi, and when he's on the stage, he just flashy man, and hey, you know. And then he passed away in Texas, and to find myself years later with this track in a studio working on it I couldn't ask on nothing more than that.
Right.
It was an amazing feat. And I'm happy I was able to accomplish that.
It's fire. So let's talk about Destiny.
Oh, Mama, look from when you call me. Now, Destiny come at a painful point in my life when a turning point where, every 10 years a man go through changes in his life. Yeah? And that was one of my 10-year changes where, 2 rows before you pick a choice kind of thing, you know what I mean? And the Spirit came to me and said, humble yourself. You're a servant. This is your role. And I was in California, as a matter of fact. I was staying at the Nikkei Hotel on La Cienega.
The Nico Hotel, yep.
Yeah, the Nikkei or the Nico. It was a Japanese
street. Was a Fat Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found $2 fucking $100 downstairs that place one day.
In Fat Burger or the Nico Hotel?
Fat Burger!
What you doing in Fat Burger, Rasta?
I was walking. No, I had no dreads those days, though.
You trying to call him out?
No. I had no dreads those days. But I wasn't eating no burgers. I was just walking. I found $2 fucking $100 roll up. First time I found that I'm on in America.
Okay.
Yeah, and I came back to the hotel, and I was inspired. The rich man, because I was looking through the window, seeing all these edifices in front of me, and I was inspired. But that's all that came about, basically.
Yo, I got a ton of more. But yeah, you want something?
I still want to hear the making of this record, Untold Stories.
Untold Stories now was, I was working on the project called Till Shiloh, and we wanted something different. So in those days, I used to go to the studio in the night. Now I go to the studio in the day. I used to go to the studio like 6 o'clock and I'd be there until 8 o'clock the next morning, sometime 12 o'clock the next day.
Right.
And one night I came about 11 o'clock and there was this virgin inside the studio sitting down with his guitar with dreadlocks, a Rasta man with some white beard. And I said to Donovan, what's going on? He said, that's Glenn Brownie. We want to make a song tonight.
Yeah.
So you want to make a song? I said, where are there some musicians?
Oh, shit.
So we're going to make a song with only guitar. And I'm like, yeah, sound good. So he started playing, but I love music. And I love the guitar, you know. So once he started playing, we was there until about 2 o'clock in the night. That's what we got.
Was that the first time that you made a record like that?
Yes.
And did it change anything from that point? Because it was different for
It changed
for
a lot of
DJs
things because, you know, that was also my first. Beyond that music, I delve into production myself, where I produce Easy Road, and I produce Mighty Dread, and I produce Small Axe, and I produce Rampage, and I just start producing Buju Banton.
Right.
Because I found that there's a direction that I haven't delved in. And making this song and working with Glenn Brownie opened me up to other possibilities that was latent inside of me musically.
Right.
Yeah, and I, you know, because I was primarily dancehall.
Yeah, it's stripped down, it's soulful.
So, and then, you know, yeah, I became more musical, so to speak.
That was dope.
So let me ask you, that's my friend right there. He's from Peru.
Oh, yeah?
He never been to Jamaica.
Oh, yeah.
So if he goes to Jamaica, where do you should tell him to go?
What are your interests? What are your interests? What is his interest?
He likes to wrestle.
Wrestle?
He likes to
So, if you like to wrestle, you're going to fly past Jamaica, do a U-turn, and go to a place called Memphis.
Who could be a luchador in Mexico?
No, I just want. But for anybody who ever came to Jamaica, what is some spots that they need to experience Jamaica?
You got 144 square miles to traverse. Mm-hmm. You got beaches, you got mountains, you got rainforests, you got good cuisine, the best food you can think of, lovely hospitality. So you got from Kingston to Negril to Old Cherios, Montego Bay. Mm-hmm. Those are prime spots. Then you have enclaves like Portland that you can still find a beautiful place and have a great Jamaican experience.
Right.
So, I mean, I can sell my island all day.
Right.
Go and experience that shit for yourself.
Is there nice parts in Kingston?
Beautiful parts.
There's nice parts in Kingston, right? It's not all gun ting, right?
Oh, no, that's a misnomer. Like,
yes, please.
Look, I'm sure, you know, when you look at the television, they show you Haiti, all they show you is gang violence, right?
Yes.
But you ever been to Haiti, you see that Haiti.
Beautiful part.
Just like what they did to us with Africa.
All right. Yeah,
they show us only the rubbles and the dirt
people
roads.
People things in their nose.
Beautiful country.
Yeah.
Just like Jamaica, you're going to see a lot of zinc fence and you're going to hear about the crime. But it's a beautiful country. Now, you have to understand these things exist everywhere, and there's a particular demographic who make profit from selling you trauma. Mm-hmm. Okay? But if you haven't been, to these places and have the experience for yourself, I'm not saying that's all kosher everywhere. There's good and bad everywhere, but you're not going for a bad experience. You do not plant the seed of having a bad experience. You're going for a great experience. So your mind is already geared towards having a good time. So nothing will interfere with that. You understand that you are the sum total of your thoughts?
Right.
Okay. So, that being said, Jamaica is entirely beautiful now. Is it totally safe 100%? Nowhere in the world is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you be mindful and you stay on your six. What?
Anywhere you go.
You're a soldier, right?
Right.
Gone are the days now. Man are not man anymore. They want a fucking traveler's guide.
Right.
And a map on their phone.
Through the lens.
Last time I went to Jamaica, nowhere had good weed, but then they said,
Lie, tell.
no.
Man, he disrespect right now.
Hold on, no.
Captain.
Then they say, go to Kingston. They got the high grade.
Where did you go? Montego Bay?
Yeah, it was like some shit like that. Then we went. Capone went to Tivoli Gardens and Mountain View. What is it? Am I saying it right? Mountain
Yeah,
View. And
Mountain View.
They found the high grade.
Mountain View. Well, listen to me.
And see
Now that the stigma has somehow died down as it concerns marijuana in my country, I would like to tell myself.
Yeah.
And with the advent of these marijuana shops popping up, I still think there's an abundance of, it all depends on when did you go, because what I've seen since I've gotten home is the abundance of herb dispensaries
Now
that sells good quality herb. But I still don't do commercial herb. I want my herb from the field to my hand. I don't want a niggle guy. You know what I mean?
All right.
So herb for profit don't inspire.
All right. Because remember back in the days, they used to have black weed, brown weed.
No, I don't know about a black weed. We used to have indica.
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 Okay.
Indica.
Indica. Okay. Indica. Okay. Yeah, I missed that shit.
And purple skunk and purple haze.
Yeah. So that was from the earth?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Grew up from the sun and them no grow tall and this and you. Remember in those days you used to smoke one joint all day?
Yes.
You know how much I saw you smoke since I sat here.
Yes, purple haze.
Back in those days, I smoke one joint for one day, man.
Right.
And it just keep out and it keep lighting it and you just feel nice.
Right.
They have commercialized the herb so much that even the potency has been reduced.
All right. Let me tell you, man. I seen an interview with you, and I believe the brother was from Jamaica, and he kept saying how you preserved yourself, meaning like you didn't come home looking crazy. You came home looking like you like you said, you was working out 3 times a day. But not only that, it was your style. Most people, I'm talking about, are spitting. Most people go to jail and then they lose their style. Like so many people lose it because they're not writing in there, they're not practicing. Right. Like, how did you come home and you still sound just as good as you used to sound, and in certain cases even better?
You know, that place has taught me one particular thing, that when someone does something to you that is designed to hurt you, and you know in your heart they're wrong, you don't fight with them, because no one on earth will ever believe you. It's only God can prove your innocency. But you have a choice. You can stay on that trajectory and stay this bitter motherfucker, or you can forgive them and live your life. The greatest weapon we have against all our adversaries are forgiveness. They don't understand it. They can't see why.
Forgiveness, you said?
Yes.
Wow.
They don't know why you're not hungry. They don't know why you're not bitter. They don't know why you're not traveling with an axe to grind. And that drives them mad. So the ability to forgive enables us to continue our life on the path that the Father wants us to continue on. The ability to project ourselves outside of the bad circumstances into good light is what we have. We are in control of that. You are in control of that. Now, if you allow them to make you into a monster, they will have achieved their desire.
Right.
They would have won.
Most people in your position would have got broke down.
Oh, I'm telling you, brother, that's the intent.
Right.
That's the aim of the enemy. Okay? And the only way you circumvent that, you have to forgive him. We said, Father, forgive him not, because he know what he did. Not a bullshit, but you forgive them because they don't know what they did. They know what they did. So you deal with them. I go do my work. Simple.
You ever got to meet Michael Jackson?
No, I have.
No.
No,
Prince?
Dread. Eh?
How about Prince?
No, I meet the king.
Bob.
No, of course,
But which king?
Of course, I meet Bobby. I said, I'll give him a cigarette and them car when I out. I don't need to meet the prince.
Okay. Oh, I get it now. I get it.
He's throwing out the lyrics.
He fucked me up. I get it. Yeah.
Shit.
Man, I just want to thank you, man. I really want to thank you.
Hey, brothers, I want to thank you for all these roses that I can't plant.
The tour? Yeah, you say
Yes.
out loud, man. Come on, you speak it.
Yeah, so no. I want to drop this in, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
So my tour kicks off.
Okay.
My tour is called the Overcomer Tour. Why the Overcomer? Guys, I've been through a whole lot. And it was the love of the people, the love of the Almighty God that brought me through it for me to be here, sitting down right now in United States of America and Drink Champs. You love the people, Nori, come up from all those days.
Yep.
So I would say that we have overcome a lot.
Good.
And this tour exemplifies that spirit of overcoming. A lot of people out there gone through adversities in their life. And if you're an overcomer, come out, come celebrate with me, because this is the Overcomer Tour coming your way. One show only. To miss is to this. I don't know when you're going to see the next one, but right now we're overcoming and I'm coming over. So be there.
And is you by yourself? Is you by yourself? Or you got guests?
No, this is Buju Banton alongside Friday. This is a school singer called Friday.
Right.
And I love Friday's music.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I like his presentation, and God did the project, and we invited him out, and he accepted my invitation to be on tour with me. So Friday's going to be on the road to Buju Banton alongside Richie Feeling from Jamaica, giving you some hardcore dancehall music in your soul. And let's go. Let's overcome, because I'm coming.
I just want to say this one more time. I said this on your intro. But I truly believe you're one of the greatest performers on the planet.
I try. I might try.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I enjoy doing research when I do this. So I was watching your interviews, I was listening to your music, but when I start looking at your concerts, I could not stop. I just kept looking at how you bring the people, and you make people cry, you make people it's just it's something I've never seen before. You know what I mean? So
well,
I want you to know that, how crazy.
Nori, I feel it, and from I feel it, I want the masses to feel it. Every night is not the same.
Right.
Sometimes you go out there and your spirit is high.
Right.
And sometimes you go out there I was in Limon, Costa Rica.
Right.
And the spirit came to me and said, get up and go to the beach. And I get up. And I went to go to the beach, and the security stopped me and said, I cannot go to the beach right now because they're doing a loading and they don't want the people on the beach walking into the loading. So I went back to the room, and then the promoter came to me and said, you want to go to the beach? I said, yeah. The security said, they're doing a loading. Let them angle in business. He said, no, man, come, I'll take you. Because the spirit came to me and said, you need to go to the beach. But this guy stopped me. So here comes someone now to fulfill that. So we went to the beach. While I was standing on the beach, I just felt sad. I don't know why. So sad. I started walking down the beach, and the song came to me, saying, I love you, Lord, cause your mercy never fails. I said to the guy who was the security, I said, you know this song? He said, yeah. I said, I love this song. Who sing it? So pull it up. We started listening to it on the beach. And I went back to the hotel room. I spoke to one of my sons about 4 o'clock. And I went on stage about 8 o'clock. While I'm on the stage, I just felt a great feeling came over me. So much that I was actually crying on the stage. Only to come off the stage and come into Jamaica to hear that my son died the same night here in America. I felt that. I felt a piece of me left me.
Right.
I was on the stage. So people feel things. And if I can feel that, what can the masses in front of me feel if I am being true to myself and my art?
It's amplified to that.
So it's like the musician, him is a vessel that embodies something that when him go out there and him pour out him wine, if him wine is coming from a dirty vessel, the wine is dirty, full with sediments. But if the wine is coming from a vessel that's clean or palatable, one going drink and people going feel uplifted, rejuvenated, inspired, filled. Thank you guys for having me here.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. God damn it. We're gonna take a couple of pictures and then yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Holy shit.